girls at a bachelor party or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm always on those ones. Like those ones don't attract me. I don't find nothing attractive about that. I'm just like,
So
I'm always just like, how many girls did he bang there?
I just watched a little bit. I watched like the first couple episodes of the Tiger King over the weekend.
Too.
Yeah, and I was geeking because like there was the one part where he was like, so what I forgot his name. He was like, so you watch porn? The guy's like, well, yeah. He's like, for porn with the little guy or the big guy. That's all I'm saying. Enough said. You can't be that.
I was like the big guy, and he's like, so you're a little bit gay. I'm like, I didn't get that.
Well, he's like, you can't be that straight then, huh?
I didn't get that one at all.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get that one at all. I'm like, no. I mean, I just want to see bitches banged out, you know.
I don't think it's weird because it seemed like it worked. I'm not sure if that kid was gay before that. Like,
bro, the craziest thing on there is the video of when that guy. I don't know how far you got, but that guy kills himself. I don't know if you've seen that.
I think I got to the episode right before that. I think it's like episode 4 or something. Yeah, but he eventually kills himself.
At the guy's funeral, he's like, that boy would pull his balls out anywhere. He treated his balls like a pair of golden nuggets. He just come right up, put them on my face. I swear, at his funeral, bro, with his mom in the front. He's like, anybody knew that boy? No, he treated his balls like
Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic for you, man. Bro, I was mad as shit because like I'm sleeping. It's like 2:00 in the morning. And Bray's geeking next to me, looking at memes about the shit. Just like Carol fucking Baskin. And I was like,
oh, they were great.
I got to swing on her, bro, because it's 2:00. I'm sleeping, and her like she's giggling over there, like it's shaking the bed, waking me up. She's loud as shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, my bad. I didn't click
shit.
Because YouTube. And then Facebook.
Okay, I got you.
A lot of platforms are working with right now. Okay,
you got you the Apple iTunes.
A lot of platforms we're gonna try to satisfy for you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We may even get shut down because we don't even have our standard masks on, man. We should have cloth masks on right now.
Is that a real thing now?
I mean, it's voluntary, but I mean, like,
the thing is, like,
there's that one hospital.
I did my research there. There's no scientific research showing that any mask works. There's none. There's no scientific research of that, Steve.
Well, that's the thing. What's the thing? Even with N95 masks, like those are still. I mean, like I think they're only 95% rated for. You know, like I mean, like that's still a great percentage. That's a great fucking shot that you got. But I mean, like even with those things, there's still a chance that you can catch it. There's nothing. You know, I don't know why it's recommended, but maybe if everyone doubled down, maybe it'd be a little less likely. I don't fucking know, man.
All I'm saying is I went and made sure before I said anything that as for a fact. There's not one scientific research study published anything showing that those things work against this disease.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. You know, but I mean, like, it's possible that it could work. Like I said, it's like, so you have one, I have one. I mean, like, maybe
it's supposed to help if you have it, right?
You know,
to keep it from spreading.
I mean, like, this is the thing. I don't know because like they're coming out, they're kind of reversing it and saying that people they shouldn't wear N95 masks. But they should wear some type of facial covering or something. So I don't know, you know. But I mean, like, I don't see what it could hurt to wear one, you know. Yeah, there's nothing supporting it, but I mean, like,
this is gonna sound sick, but for me, it's kind of like of course, I don't want to give this virus to nobody, but for me, it's like, I mean, I'm out here working. If I get the virus, I'm just like, I guess I got to beat it. I got 2 weeks off. I mean, I think that's how a lot of people are thinking that have to work nowadays. You know, it's like if I get it, they have to give us 2 weeks off, you know, to heal. Basically, that's in the package, you know, the law. So, I mean, what else can you really do? Like you said, they won't give you unemployment unless you stop bringing in money. So, I mean, if you're sitting here and there, but they're telling you take your paid time off if you can. So you take your paid time off, but you want to get unemployment from there. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all very confusing. Like, I mean, like I told you, I talked to the one lady, you know, an HR lady, and what she was saying was that like when she reached out and tried to get clarification on the whole situation as far as an employer standpoint, they're just saying, you know, let it go through, and you know, I mean, it seems like they're just fucking giving out checks at this point because I mean, there's just so much backlog right now, man. I mean, like. Did you see that one like new graph that they came out with where like it showed unemployment claims over the years?
Yeah.
And I got to this point and it was like fucking like 600% like up. I mean, like, I don't know, man. People, I think it's just getting pushed to the limits. It just seems like they're just gonna be like, look, Here's your 10 weeks unemployment. We'll worry about this down the line. Like, it's just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, man. You know,
That does happen. I'll take my leave.
like I said, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe just, I don't know, man. Because, like I said, like, I tried to call to talk to someone. You can't get through these fucking phones,
No,
man.
hell no.
You can't get through them.
It's scary because at the end of the day, like, we're still young, man.
Yeah.
We're not financially stable.
Yeah.
Per se, you can't go a month without getting paid, right? And be good. Like, you got bills to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck, like, I don't want to get paid for the days I'm working.
Yeah. I mean, people are saying
all I want is for you to tell me I can get it, and then I'll take my paid leave until I can't get paid no more, and then I'll take unemployment from there of whatever you give me. I was happy with the 430 or whatever it was.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the whole problem from the get is like the system wasn't the best before all this happened. I mean, like, you still had, a number, backlog, claims and whatnot that, they still had to deal with. And now you have people, doing that daily or double that daily. People, I mean, the phones go off the fucking hook. I mean, just like, and like they said, it's like, what I was told was that they don't even have a final plan in place. They're just kind of going as it's needed because this shit's happening so fast now.
Bro, so what happened to your boy who he was talking to?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, since I wasn't the closest with him, I didn't necessarily like reach out to a lot of people that like I know that know him as well, because I wasn't the closest, and like, it just felt weird in the time. I'll ask him out eventually, but I'm not sure, man. Whoever it was very sudden, so I imagine it.
Bro,
I mean,
we
and I
literally
speculate.
talked to him the day before. 2 days before.
Yeah,
that?
2 days before that. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. He was commenting on our shit. Rest in peace to that man, bro. He seemed
like
a really good guy, bro.
Yeah. Big shout out to my friend Kenneth Rich. Man, RP, man.
So crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy because like when I messaged him, I was just like, I can show you the messages, but like, you think I'm lying? I was just talking about just like I just hit him up. I was like, right after that video, I was like, man, thank you very much for all the support. Like, I really appreciate it, man. Like, that was awesome. And, in this, in this time with the virus, when I just hope you guys stay, healthy and, safe pretty much, just like one of those, just like, I don't know, man, it was weird. I wrote that. It was, kind of long for like open message. And, just like, it was just like, for sure, man, you family, like, we got to support each other. I like the show. Love that you guys talk about the different shit. And maybe I'll come on one day. And he was just like, yeah, we'll talk about, we'll set it up.
Crazy, bro.
And we'll set it up. And then
when you said that, man, it's just like every time you hear about something like that, something that close, you always like you're quickly like reminded of death,
Yeah.
And like I've had plenty of instances like that where like for that time period, but you always just slowly get back into the feel of things and start taking life for granted again.
Yeah.
It just made me think about like, what if I got that news like about you? Like that would be crazy, to lose like a friend like that out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like
somebody lost a son,
Yeah, and I look a lot like a lot of his projects and stuff, all the things he ran are still on Facebook, and I mean, you look at those and you're just like, man, like, just I don't know, man. Yeah, just like again, like I wasn't close to him. I didn't even talk to him on a daily basis. I knew him from trade school, but I mean, like, the friendship was still there, just like we just didn't talk or whatever, I mean, it was just, and again, like you said, like you're reminded of like death. It's like, I remember like, I wake up, I'm just going through Facebook, and one of, the people I'm talking about that also went to school with that know him, a lot more intimately. And she made a status, she was just like, like, no, like, like, no, I can't believe I'm writing this, the RPU, whatever. And just like, and I look on his page and like, I mean, like, like his wife's page and everything, just like, man, like, wow. It was just sudden too, man. I mean, like I said, it's so sudden. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
And like people say, like there's just people that tell you like they're not afraid of death. Like everybody's afraid of death, man.
Yeah.
Even when you're 70, 80 years old, you're gonna be afraid to die. But I feel like it's way easier, right? Because like 70, 80, I'm like, all right, if you died, right? I'm 70, you're 70, you die. I'm like, bro, you lived a long, good life. We did a lot of things. You just don't want to die, 26, 36, 46, you want to get a good 60, right?
Yeah, you want some time.
60, 70 is great. 70, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I thank her.
Yep. And hopefully by when I'm 70, you know, I'm still mobile, moving around, doing everything. You know, I mean, like,
And I'm like, 80 sounds good. And I'm 80. I'm like, 90 sounds good.
yeah, my grandma. You know, like I think about like my grandmother stayed like, you know, when she was 80, she was still moving really good. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years ago, she was still moving around really good. You know, still
Grandma's
going to
90.
yeah, she's 90. Yeah.
Whoa, bro. That is like 90 is like the next level, right?
Yeah, and she's still relatively independent. But I mean, like you know, she says all the time. You know, she's just like, you know, like there are days where I'm just in like a lot of pain. You know, just like, you know, I've had 90 good years. And she's like, I'm ready to go. It's cool. You know, I just hope I go in my sleep. I'm just like,
Yeah. I was telling that's I love
yeah,
that. I love that.
yeah.
And that I don't think that's fake.
No, no, not at
You
all.
know,
No,
she's
she's ready
generally
to go.
she raised you.
Yeah,
She's good.
yeah,
You know, she's
yeah.
raised you.
She wants to
Antonio,
see.
them are growing
She
up.
wants to see other things. Like she wanted to see Ariana graduate, and she mentioned wanting to see Ariana have a kid. I'm just like, oh, she's 19. It's time talking about, you know, it's just like, and I mean, she said she would love to be here until she's 95. And I'm just like, that'd be awesome. You know, that'd be great. But then there's days you turn around, she's like, you know, it's raining or something. Her body's hurting all over. She's just like, I'm tired of it. I'm ready to go.
What do you want? What do you want to max out at?
Me? Oh man.
What kind do you max out?
I mean, like, I think 80 would be a good age, you know,
Max
but
out 80?
yeah, max out
I
80.
like the way you was talking before, where it's like if you're still walking now, you know.
My grandma was still moving real good at
Yeah.
80, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to die when I'm
80,
still moving
you know,
good.
you know. But I mean, like, you know, like
She's making me think 90.
moving good, in my opinion, like she was like, she got up, she went to the store, she walked around for 2 hours, did her grocery shopping, came home, and then like she was done. You know, it was like that's, and she was still able to cook for herself and stuff. I mean, like that was her one activity she did that day. You know, it was an adventure.
At some point, we do have to go on the weed detox, right? Because you can't keep smoking this much weed and then be 50, right?
I figured I'll just be 50 making hella edibles, like, you know.
Or
So
if
I'll
there's
do,
just
you
like
know.
some, like everything's legal. It's just like super pure now. You smoke shit out of like thick white boys that burn
I mean,
like
I like,
blunts.
you know, I'm just gonna smoke as long as I want to smoke, man. You know, like if
I
I'm
just,
50 smoking, I'm 50 smoking. You
I just
know,
was thinking about being at 50 smoking and being like, I smoked every day for like 40 years. You know what I mean? You're like, not every day, but you know, you're like, fuck. I smoked like 90% of days for 40 years. It's a lot of blunts. Wow.
yeah, but I mean, like there's
I think
people.
somewhere you got to go for a detox. You
There's
can still
people who do
smoke,
like
but
graffiti art that whole time. They'll be like, you know, it's like I inhaled graffiti spray paint like every day. It's pretty much like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's, you know,
Joe put a word on that the other day. I didn't know what it was called. It's called whataboutism.
yeah.
When you just traded on something else, you know?
This
Because
is,
like
you know.
graffiti's true, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about weed.
You know?
You know,
Yeah,
that-
I get it, man. But it's like,
like
yeah.
let's just say we're 30, right? We still keep smoking like this till we're 30. I'm just like, bro, you know, 2 weeks, let's just detox, you know, get it out of our system. You can go right back to smoking, you know. But I think there's gonna come a point where, like, I think I'm gonna hit where I'm just like, I think I need to not smoke for like 2 weeks, just like let my body just, you know, reset basically.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you. I feel
Also,
you.
it might help my money, you know, with
Oh yeah,
tolerance.
yeah,
Get my
yeah,
tolerance down a little
exactly.
bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you, man. You know, I feel you, but I mean, like, for me, like, it would never be like, oh, I'm 50, like, I should probably stop smoking. You know, it's like,
I'm thinking about the blunts. That's mainly what I'm thinking about. Like
yeah.
how many blunts?
Oh, I figure whenever I
People
imagine
already
myself
smoked
50, like,
1,000 blunts.
whenever I imagine myself 50, I'm just like, I'm probably smoking white boys by then. Just
Yeah, you
like,
got to.
just
Right?
joints, you know, it's like, you
That's what I'm
probably,
saying.
at one
Hopefully
point, you
they got
probably just
something good.
decide, yeah.
Hopefully they got some real pure,
Oh, yeah, I think.
organic leaf. You know what I mean? With low like tobacco in it or something, but it got a nice thickness to it, so it's like
Yeah.
a pure, but it
Yeah.
burns like a blunt. You
Maybe
know?
we just need to make something like that. It's like, as I, I just imagine the interview now. We're just like, look, we were both just looking for a great, healthy, organic smoke that was thick like a chocolate.
I've always talked about this forever. Like, I'm not sure. I'm what I imagine people have attempted it, but like I always just wanted like a pack of white boys, right? Like you know how white boys come, pack of those, and just like but blunt leaves. You get what I'm saying? Don't gotta be obviously a backwood, but like something that just like comes like that. It's like a half of a blunt basically, but it's an actual blunt leaf. You know, let's say a vanilla cigarello leaf. You know, and you flatten that out basically. Come out, you get a half a blunt, like roll it up like that.
See, I think there's a good. I think there's a good way to perfect the blunt wrap, like how it comes. Like you're just talking about a solid leaf with no tobacco in it. Like that's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, something like that.
To like flatten it out, you know, so you can sell it like how, you know, White Boy J's are sold. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like
You
that.
pull it out.
You just pull it out and it's a blunt though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So like it would have to be like a vanilla or something, right? Because you can't have like stems in this. Like this has to be flat. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I
I mean,
mean?
like now we're getting to like the territory of like just like blunt roll like style. I don't like that shit. That shit's weird.
What do you mean?
Or you remember how you used to get the blunt rolls that came on that straw, and you would just cut off. You know, it'd be like a little roll. You cut it off, and you know you have your blunt. You know, you roll it up. And you never seen that? The blunt wraps. You know they
Okay,
had no tobacco in them, and they're just rolled up.
yeah. Great.
It's a tobacco paper like, and it's just to me, it's not.
Well, obviously that's not what we want. We
No,
don't want
obviously
that, right?
not.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about making something better than that. But
Yeah,
do
of course.
you get what I'm saying? It's more about the way that you're getting it, right? Is the fact that like for me, right? I usually smoke by myself. So I really don't need a whole blunt, right?
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So that's always been a bonus for me. And then also if you could sell me more for less amount of money, you know, so say you could get 20 of these half a blunt, you know, in a pack like a J's come.
Yeah.
You get 20 of them and you got 20 blunts like that and they got a nice thickness to them, you know. We could have a darker one, you know, nice. It's got a nice thickness.
That's one thing like I've always said when I've talked to people about like, you know, with like smoking weed, especially with smoking weed wrapped in, you know, in a blunt. Like when we experience like not smoking, you know, it's like, you know, we're like kind of like, you know, grouchy, whatever. Like I think about, I'm just like, it's probably not even the fucking weed. There's the fucking nicotine in that shit, bro. Like it's probably
definitely plays
you know?
a part, but I think it's the weed too, bro. I mean, me and Tyler Hutchison was just talking about this, bro. Where it's like like people say like when you don't have weed, right, you're grouchy, which is like I bet I probably am a little bit more grouchy, right? But I think it's the fact of more of I'm willing to tolerate a lot more when I am high. You get what I'm saying? I might just be this person, right? I'm just pissed off at the world for doing all of this dumb shit.
Yeah.
But when I'm high, I kind of let the little things go, you know? And then I only talk about the big things. But like when you're sober, you're just like, what the the damn thing's right in front of you. Read it right there. That tells you, you know, the paper's in the back left room. Like that's all you gotta do is read it right there. Where when I'm high, I'll just be like, look at the paper, bro. You know what I mean? Like you would just handle things differently because you don't care as much to put effort into like small things. So are you more grouchy? I guess yes, in the terms of the word, right? But really it's the fact where you're just like, because like, okay, well, I'm speaking from personal experience where it's like for me, I pick apart the world. Like I pick apart the world. Like when I see things, I'm just like, oh, no blinker on that turn, you know? Like I'm always like that. It's like I'm always just super aware and trying to pick apart things and like, trying to see, you know, the flaws around me and shit.
Yeah.
When I'm high, it kind of makes me not think about that stuff, you know? I'm just kind of high. I'm like, okay, you're doing you. I'll be in my lane with the people I'm with. And I kind of wear it when I'm sober. It's like I'm willing to attack more because I like paying attention to more shit. You know, I care all of a sudden. I care all of a sudden, you know? Like I know, like, for example, like I know the other day, like I was frustrated at this homeless guy, right? Because I wasn't frustrated at him, right? But I just was like, I didn't understand in my head. It's the guy at Wawa who holds the door open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, look at this guy. I'm like, listen, that's cool. I'm glad you're doing something. But like, don't ask me when I come out of here for change. It's like now you're like using it against me. Like you're trying to leverage something against me. I feel like, you know,
exactly.
Like, oh, I have this door for you. Not gonna give me no change. You know, like that's how I felt, right? But when I'm high, I'm always just like, I just gotta change whatever. Hold the door if you want. You know what I mean? Like, when I was serving the other day, I'm just like, why are you doing that, bro? You're trying to like one up me. You know what I mean? You're trying to so you could be like. It's like a prison tactic. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here, bro. Take. I got extra. You know, I got an extra pack of ramen. Here, take this. And you're just like, oh, nice extra pack of ramen. Then a week later, the guy's like, I want some ads. I gave you that ramen. And you're just like, fuck. I gotta take the ramen.
I gotta pay it back now. Fuck. It's
ads.
I don't know how it's equal, but
but that was not a long rant of the weed, but that just makes me not care so much about what other people are doing.
Yeah, for you. I mean, like I guess I would have to go like, you know, prolonged periods, you know. I mean, like I go when I was working, you know, it's like I go most of the day and it's like it was pretty chill work, you know. It's like I never really get like overly upset about anything in particular, you know. I mean, like I mean, there's dumb things that bother me, but like, that's like times when like weed won't even help with that. Like, I'll be high, and I'll just be like,
Right.
fucking dumb. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Still
Like,
no idea what's it.
you know,
But
if I
like we
like,
talked before, like there's plenty of times where like it's not like if I don't have weed, I'm unhappy. You know what I mean? Like we talked about before, like we went to Six Flags.
yeah,
We went to Hershey Park. You know what I mean? Like we're not like we might smoke before we go in, you know what I mean? Because we do like smoking weed. But we don't have to come out there to smoke. You know what I mean? We're still in there having fun 5 hours later.
exactly.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm like, oh, we gotta find a way to smoke a blunt. You know, if we can, hey, we get a little high. You know, that's what we do.
But if not, whatever.
It's not, exactly. I've done plenty of times, bro. You know, I couldn't smoke. I went to Dallas. I had an awesome time, bro. I didn't smoke the whole time. I had an awesome time for 5 days straight. You know, I didn't even think about it because I was just doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's not it for me. It enhances things, but it's not like I need it to have fun at
Exactly. Not at all, man. You know, it's like to the point where it's like, you know, like I don't think I necessarily need to even like smoke weed. You know, I feel like I give it up and like I'm fine. You know, it's like I don't even care. You know, but it's like But I mean, like that's something I enjoy doing, you know.
Right.
So it's like, you know,
That's the main
like
thing.
whatever we way to do it, or if you're like you're looking at me like Steven, that's how you rationalize it, you know. It's like whatever you want to
But
say.
for
you know?
me,
It's
that
like,
person, right, that says like, "Oh, you can't enjoy that without weed," right?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're that same person who can't get on the dance floor without drink. You know what I mean? I picture that one white girl, like she can't dance at all, but she drinks a hell. She's drunk as shit. She gets out there on that dance floor.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you can't enjoy dancing without drinking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We can all go on that.
Well, I mean, like they
level.
call it a social lubricant, so you can't like mingle with people without drinking, you know, to loosen you up a little bit. Like,
weirdest thing about alcohol that hit me one day. I was talking to the kid about it. It was like this alcohol is like created to like dumb us all down a little bit. So that we like say some dumb shit, and then other people say some dumb shit, and you like bond over the dumb shit you say.
Yeah,
you
you're just
what
open.
I mean?
Yeah,
It's like meant for. So I go like, now all of a sudden I want to say what's up.
yeah,
I want to say what's up.
I mean, the guard's down, you know.
3 neighbors all walk outside. 1, 2, 3 in a row home. They all walk outside drunk, bro. Are they not gonna say something to each other? Somebody's gonna.
Well,
say
they're gonna
to
talk. I mean, like, and that's the funny thing. Like, they always be like the two dudes that just be like, yeah, you know, we're having a good time, and just one dude is like, you know, just like, yeah, my father beat me when I was 5. It's like,
yeah,
it's just like, and other people are just like,
those people are tough to deal with, bro.
And like other people are just like, oh, dog, man, I'm sorry to hear that, man, but we're here for you now. You know, just like people just let their guards down.
Yeah,
and just, I mean, like, I think it's, you know, a great. You know, like when used in the right way, like it's a good medicine for people. You know, in a way, you know, but people abuse it.
Just like there's people that drink and always get violent, there's people that drink and always get sad.
Yeah,
there is people who like every time they're always just like Nebby. You know, Nebby's perfect example where he's just
like,
you don't know what I've been through.
He reach a point and he would just be
you
like,
don't know what I've been through.
He reach a point of turn and would just be like,
my sisters.
We'd be walking, it would just be like, oh man, we got someone else to hit after this, and he would just be like, the darkness that enters my mind at night. You know, just like. Like,
like so many times and being like, you guys don't know what I've been through. I try to take care of my sisters. Remember the one time he's like, my mom hits me with a metal sign in the belt. I remember he told us that, you know. Mom beats us. It's not a metal sign.
I remember there was another time where just like he's sitting over a toilet, just throwing up. Next thing you know, he's just like, why'd I leave Madison? And I just starts fucking bawling and I cry. Like, why'd I leave Madison? I don't think it's the correct name, but it's like I loved her. And it's like it's never really all right, but you got this, man. You just throw it up and just get it out your system, you know. But then he ended up crying the rest of the night, you know. It's like some people just get sad like that.
I don't know. You got a turtle, you know, who's always just like, who wants to fight me? My friends are my enemies. Who wants to fight me? Anybody show the slightest incline of disrespect, and I will times that by tenfold.
That led to some hilarious moments, but I mean, like, I remember also sitting there being drunk as fuck and just being like, oh, why does he feel like that?
Yeah.
Why does he feel like that?
And then
just trying to think about it and just like never coming to a good conclusion.
And then you've got a Foley, which is just like the sloppy drunk. Like he's already pretty clumsy, sober.
Yeah.
When he gets drunk, like all of a sudden you just.
I feel like he'd make out with a guy drunk as fuck one day. Just like, just like drunk as fuck one day, yo. It's like one day he's just like, it's like just being fucking drunk as shit.
Fucking
like,
dude, bro.
Like that. And not that he's gay or anything,
dude, bro.
Oh shit! I don't know about going that far, but it's just like, just drunk as fuck.
That is funny as
They just
shit.
drunk as shit. Just like,
You said I could definitely.
they just fucking like they just like tongue someone real quick. Just as a dude.
I could definitely picture a tranny, bro, for sure.
Just
sure.
sloppy, just drunk as fuck, man.
But we talked about before. I think a lot of people would have sex with a tranny, bro, if nobody else knew.
If they were drunk as fuck, yeah. I don't think most people. I think most people would not give a fuck.
Even sober, I bet you get a lot of guys.
Like, fuck.
Sober, I give 30%. Probably get
fuck.
3 out of 10.
Fuck with my dick. All right, just like all right. But they're trying to like rationalize it. They're like, I just jerked off with this person's butt. That's all I did. I just jerked off with their body. Like, it's like that's all I did. Nothing weird about that. Like,
I love one of my favorite memes where it's like, what was it, like trashy bitches always at house parties trying to clean up to show that they're wifey material. That shit had me geeking, bro. I've seen that so many times,
man,
bro.
I've seen.
That's like that is the funniest thing. Like,
you're sitting here,
it's like something that really puzzles me in life. It's like it reminds me of like the same thing of like when you're driving down the street and like people have to look in your car. Like the other day, I was coming back from Aldi's and I'm just hitting this turn, and these two people are talking and like they're just looking in the car as I'm turning. So I just like made like a funny face out of it. And I was like, they're just looking at me. And I was like, why are you looking at me? You know what I mean? Like, why are you just looking at me? Like, you guys were talking to each other. I think you guys just need to go home right now. I think you guys need to go back to your house because that conversation must be dry. You know what I mean? Like the only time you think you should be doing that is like literally you're in Chirac. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And you're just like, dude, I got somebody coming down the street. Yeah. Like, that's the only time. You're in fucking Eastwood. You know what I mean? Chill out. You can have a goddamn conversation. You got to be staring in people's cars. You can look at the car, but like you're staring, trying to see like who's in the car and shit. Like, come on.
It depends. If something like comes out like my, peripheral, I'm just like, oh, look, I'll just,
Dog, if
I want like,
bro, to the point I can make a face at you.
I'll just be like,
you know what I mean?
I'll just back to this. And I'm probably talking to you something that's like, yeah, it's like, it just is what it is. I'm just talking, I just look at it real quick.
It just bothers me so much. But it's the same thing like you find it in women, where it's just like they do want to be. I mean, guys too. It's the same thing, but we're just talking about women here. It's the same thing with guys.
Yeah, I see
but with women, it's like
I think the reverse meme of that is like the one dude where it's like after like Sunday school, at the one guy who's like picking up hella chairs from like the Sunday school meet, just like
yeah,
it's like that's like the reverse of that. Like,
you're trying to attract as many as you can.
So strong.
But I don't know why. I guess I'm just biased, but like for me, it's way more demeaning with what the women do. Like, have you ever seen like how a woman, like if she knows a bunch of guys, there are some women that will like purposely like bend over. Like they're just purposely do that. So like you can see,
Yeah.
We talked about, a girl in middle school, that used to purposely show her thong. That like it's like a thing.
Yeah.
And to me that's like so demoralizing, like demeaning, like I don't know why. It's just because I guess like a guy's not like what can a guy do like that? What can he like beat someone up? You know what I mean? It's like with a girl, it's like hoary.
But dudes, it's like.
But a dude is just like, oh yeah, you go. Yeah, it's like you don't look at like a whore.
Yeah, I remember like there was one day like I was given a jump to another car, and I had like the little roadside kits. So I came with like the cloth gloves. I put those on real quick just so I get my hands all dirty. I'm just like, and I remember like I'm talking to Branches. It's like that's like really hot. I'm just like. What? There's another, yeah. I mean,
what?
Yeah, just like, just like, just like, there's been multiple times where it's like you do something that's like, it's like, I had another instance where I'm like in work gloves. I remember like there was like a lady I worked with, and she was just like, work gloves. I'm just like, yeah, you gotta move some stuff. And she's like. I was like, okay. I mean, like, I don't know, man.
People
just
do
like
that that's just something that people. I'll be fixing glass all down here. Will come up like glass broke. It's like big ass hole in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just people just do that. Like, reassure themselves.
Same thing. Like I said, we have this printing machine we're moving in the building, and it's like, oh, what is that? And like, printing machine. Oh, it just so happens I'm working on this novel of mine. and I need business cards and the novel made. How about that? How much? I'm just like, guy, you know, it's like, you don't know, man.
Can I handle this? I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the one thing that a lot of people say is like some people just like hear themselves talk. You know, I think that a lot about like a lot of people where there's like they just want to hear themselves like talk or like I don't know, man, what the fuck they want to do.
The thing is, I've had people tell me that about myself, though. You know, and I'm always like, I don't even know what that means. Like, you think I just like hear my own voice? I don't even know what my own voice sounds like. I'm just spilling out some shit that's in this brain second after second.
So I don't get that from you, but like, I mean, like that guy, like those people were just like, oh, glass broke, huh, man, huh? Or one time, 94, you know, back, you know, Gulf War,
like
rocket blows up,
like
breaks our glass.
braggadocious guys, is that what they call it? Like, I feel like that's like bragging people, you know, is mainly those people who like to hear themselves talk, you know. It's
yeah, that's
like,
true.
We talked about, like I was telling you before, like some people would like whatever story they hear, they just compare it to a story themselves.
Yeah, like I said,
like what you're supposed to do in a convo, you are supposed to do that, but you're also supposed to respond to what someone else says.
Yeah, like exactly like this guy did. We're just like, you know, just like, oh, I did have a book I gotta print. You know, he's like, everyone has a book they gotta print. You know, I have a book I gotta print. You know, you wanna, I guess they want me to be like, oh, what's your book about or something? You know, it's like it's
right.
Those people. You know, just like,
yeah, because I love when people are like, you know, it's like I don't respond to hints because we're grown adults, you know. Like, just say it, just say it, man. Because I kind of get off a little bit now on people giving me a straight up hint of wanting me to say something and me not saying it.
Yeah,
you know, I'm just like, no,
yeah.
I'm gonna make you ask. Yeah,
well, to the point where like, do you want to know what the book's about? Like,
exactly. I do want to know. I actually do want to know. But why are you beating around the bush, bro? Just like, hey, you want to know about my book?
Pull it up.
Yeah,
just pull it up, man. Just bring it up. They'd be like, yeah, so, you know, it's like, I've been doing this. I've been writing this book down. You know, it's a pretty long novel. You know, I guess, I mean, maybe that sounds more asshole-ish where just like, you just bring up your book out of nowhere. Like, yeah, I've been writing a book, man. You know, it's like, well, real page turner. Like,
you know? Story, bro. Tell me again.
How do you make that like less dickheadish?
I've got a guy at work, man, that like he's a cool guy, you know, but he's just a talker, man. And the stuff that he talks about is like, I'm a talker, you know, but like the stuff he talks about is just not interesting to me. Like a lot of it's just not interesting.
See, I'm not a talker, and I enjoy when, I mean, for the most part, it depends where I'm at. I enjoy when, you know, like if I'm at work for the most part, I'd rather be silent. You know, a couple of jokes here and there, but like I just do my day.
He doesn't really understand quiet time.
Yeah,
you know, and I value my quiet time at work because I get to do kind of what I want. I can listen to what I want. You know, I can go about, you know, how I want to go about it and shit. And I do like talking to the guy. We'll have some combos, but like he doesn't know when to stop. You know, and like the way he says things. It's very difficult to like follow through. Like when the way he tells a story, like he tells like every emotion and reaction in it. So it's like a lot of, you know, he's like, I went back there and I'm like, where's the paper at? And then she's like, you're asking for paper again? And I'm like, come on. If I said I'm asking for paper, I'm asking for paper. And then she's like, well, I didn't know if you're joking or not. I went over there, I got the paper. I'm like, this office needs better, you know, and everybody in there just looked at me like, and you're the whole time you're just like, just tell me you grabbed paper, you know, and somebody said something, you know, whatever it is. I don't care, you know, how all of them were looking at you and shit. Like, because I wasn't interested in the first place. It's not an interesting story. But I'm willing to listen to interesting stories for the sake of conversation. But don't drag it out like that.
Yeah. Well, I remember one thing I remember like I started spending my lunch like out of work. Like sometimes I'll just chill and just eat there, you know. But like someone always like 5 minutes be like, so you know, what are you doing this weekend? I'd just be like, like my 30 minutes. Like, I'm gonna spend it how I want to. And I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, you know, so I don't want, like if I did want to talk to you, that'd be fine. But I don't want to talk to you. I want to enjoy my 30 minutes.
Man, all this free time, you get to talking to people, you know. And there's this one guy at my job that has one eye. And he got to telling me, you know, how it happened. Yeah, bro.
Bring him on.
Yeah, seriously, bro. And he was saying, like, you know, he was in the basement of his house. It was him, his brother, and his brother's friend. They both were throwing darts, and the bathroom was behind the dartboard. You know, you come around from the bathroom.
Right.
And he thought that they were done with the game, but the guy had one more, you know, and he threw it basically as he was coming around the corner and hit him right in the fucking eye, bro. out of his fucking eye, dog.
Done.
Bro,
Impaled.
he went through like 12 surgeries of them like preserving the eye for as long as they could, but eventually it just had to go.
So they took it out.
Well, technically they dead it, so he doesn't have a fake eye. The eye's just dead. He doesn't see nothing. Basically.
Is it like a white eye or like
no,
is
not that you can see.
Is it cloudy?
It's almost like he doesn't really open it. You get what I'm saying? So it's a real eye, but like it's like
so it's closed all day.
It's kind of basically closed, but you can see that there's an eye in there.
Right.
Yeah. It's always weird because like you look at it and then you're like, oh, sorry. You know, you go to, like you don't know how to carry it. You get what I'm saying?
Dude, imagine like a woman had it and it's just like you're trying to look at her eye and you're just like you go back to tits and you're just like, it's like fuck. Like you look at lips and you're just like, oh fuck.
But, it happened when he was 9 years old. And he was saying like, you know, they tried to save it. They did a bunch of shit. He was saying how like they scraped it. You know, it would be like swelling up with bacteria. They would scrape the bacteria off. He could feel them like pulling on his eye and shit.
What the fuck?
Wide awake, bro. So they saved it for a couple of years, but eventually it went away.
What the
And he still sees his brother's friend, you know, to this day. And he said the guy's always been like super remorseful, like, man, I'm so sorry that I did that to you and shit.
Yeah.
And like he said, he holds no remorse, you know. It's just like it was both our faults, you know. You threw it, but I came around the corner. You know, it is what it is. He has a very good attitude about it.
Yeah,
but
accident.
I got home the other day after he told me that story, bro, and like I'm about to play Xbox. I'm about to start the Xbox up, yo, just cry a little bit, dog. Just like feeling like an overwhelming sense of like blessing, you know, that like how many people don't have like hands, fingers, you know, the littlest thing, right? Like the eczema, you know what I mean? I think about me and I'm like, I'm super healthy, man. Like I wasn't born with any problems that I can tell, like glaring
or foresee, exactly. Yeah.
As I'm so happy for that. And like, but think about that. Like, that's very rare, yo. It's very rare. Like, you're the same way, right? You don't really have anything wrong with you.
No, I don't.
You weren't born lactose intolerant. You know what I mean? You don't have diabetes.
Nope.
You don't know cancer.
Nope.
You know, just knock on wood with all this. Nothing that you got good eyesight.
Yep.
You can hear
good.
You got all your limbs.
I got hair. Good hair.
Yeah,
That's a good hair.
Hair, like everything, bro. You're just like, wow, man. Like, super blessed to be this healthy, bro.
Yeah.
That's so, 26 years of health, man. That is like, that not many animals in the jungle live 26 years.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's what I think about, like, when I'm outside, like, running and, like, doing, like, physical activity, or, like, when there's days where I don't feel like doing it, I'm just like, man, it's gonna be a day when you can't do this. It's gonna be a day when you can't go out there, you can't just try and run 100%, you know, just run 100 and just run down the field, you know, in the sun. You're not gonna be able to do that.
So true, bro.
Go enjoy it, man. And there may be something that happens to you one day to where you thought that you had the rest of your life ahead of you of like running in the forest or some shit, and then something happens and now you don't.
I've never had it to that extent if I couldn't do it anymore, but I did have 2 instances when I cut my leg and when I got into the dirt bike accident of like where like I couldn't run, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I've always been a guy that would run. Like eventually I would run to the corner store. Somewhere along the line I would find a run, you know?
Yeah.
And like I remember like both times, bro, especially that first time when I was a kid, 14 years old, got off the crutches. I think I was like 13, 14 or something. I got off the crutches, bro. I just ran around Joseph Lee just forever, dog. Just circling around, man. Just like a dog off the leash, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just going
just felt
wild,
so good.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially these last 2 days, man. Like I say, I walk outside 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. That sun's just like
the one thing,
perfect temperature. Just like,
there's a lot of workouts I do. Like I get like lifting weights and everything like that. That definitely like takes its toll, quote unquote, but quote unquote takes its toll, period. But
quote,
outside of that, like.
Yeah, I'm just checking. That's all, man. I think you lose your train of thought.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what you were talking about. What I was responding to.
Run outside, feeling the sun.
Oh yeah. On that, like, people, one thing. Okay, so lifting weights and shit, like that's always like I get that. That's like strenuous, but like for me, running has always been fun. Like I love running. To me, that running is not working out.
See me, I just like sweating, bro. I love when I'm sitting there. Like, there's been days where I've been outside in the summer, like, you sweat to the point where, like, when you do dry up, you have like that chalky feel in your skin because the dry up sweat. Because you were sweating.
You're cold because the AC
Your
is on the car
shirt,
and your shirt's wet.
Your shirt's drenched. You know what I'm saying? You got swamp ass. Like you're sitting there in the sun and you're looking down and your sweat just dripping on the pavement, man. I love sweating.
I'm looking up at the ball, bro. When
you're out there, sweating,
you're out there on the court, you ran like 5-6 games that day.
Yeah.
That 7th game, you're in a close game. You're just completely gassed, and you just find a way to get one up.
Bro.
You're just like, you got
love sweating.
Bro, I don't reach gassed, as far as like my full body.
I get gassed.
I don't get it no more. Like I'm done.
Well, not like that, but
when I reach that though, man, I am satisfied. Like I've reached that like 2 times last year, dog. And I was like, man, this feels good, Like, bro, to the point where like I ran so many basketball games down Canton, like 11 games in a day, bro. To the point where like the 11th game, like I was trying, it wasn't hurting. Like I didn't, my shit wasn't tense or nothing. But when I jumped, I couldn't. Like
tired.
I jumped like that far.
You're tired.
My jumpers had nothing. Yeah, I couldn't play. Like I'm trying to go. My body would not do what my mind was telling it, And that's a weird feeling. A bit. That's what scares me sometimes when like you realize how weak you are when you finally start, working out a little bit. You go like, fuck, I'm really, not where I want to be.
Yeah.
You just think about like all these people, right? It could be a loser, a guy with half your intelligence, Steve, but he works out every day. He breaks into your house and it's a one-on-one scuffle. Dude might be strong. You know what I mean? You both got adrenaline, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of do want to have a little something to you.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man.
Pushback to you.
100%, exactly. You want something. It might just get you enough to get you to that space. It's like, bam, hammer some shit.
Yeah,
nice.
hit with a lamp.
Jump
whatever.
Out the window.
Some shit, evade.
You just roll.
I'm a fan of evading. I always say that. That's what pisses me off about a lot of movies. If someone you have to understand a percentage game. What am I talking about? I'm not a warrior or anything like that. You know what I mean? But like to me, in my mind, when it comes to like situations of like life and death like that, you're doing a percentage game. You know what I mean? So whatever they do is like you're trying to think about what can I do to raise my percentage of getting out of this, right? So you want to start out 50-50 at all times. So you're hoping like I'm walking down the street, I see you point a knife at me and you charge me. You got a knife, but either way, 50-50 in my mind, because I know you're coming. We're squaring up right here. You wake up, someone's in your house. You know what I mean? You come downstairs in your box or something, a dude tackles you. That's not 50-50. You know what I mean? He's got to jump on you. So at this point, if you do get an opening, I don't think you should be using it to necessarily execute, get this guy hurt, unless you got your family or something, you're trying to do something like that.
Right.
But like for you, like in that situation, if you get an opening, you should use it to evade. You know what I mean? To go upstairs, lock the door, you and your wife get out. He's got the advantage, the surprise attack on you. You know what I mean? You need to evade whatever it is, call the cop, get that cop call in, get your wife scream as loud as she can, try and wake the neighbors, run to the neighbor's house, whatever it is. If you get it open, then I think you should use it to evade, not attack unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's Mike's personal handgun evasion.
Yeah, I keep a lot of weapons in my room. Just keep them at the ready.
Yeah, I just got one. It's got one weapon. That's
so
my go-to.
I mean, I got a little something. I got a big ass hunting knife. It's just chilling there.
I always just hope I get to my drawer and like in the movies, you're just like, knife drawer.
Yeah.
Just chucking them at them,
Well, like
imagine getting a knife kill.
Well, where
someone comes in your house, bro, and you hit it with 3 knives.
Well, where like I'm, you're just like,
bro, you tell me that? Oh my god, legendary status.
Like one of those where like it's like. It's like,
yo, I seen the funniest video like that earlier. Like, it starts out with this guy's on the ground. It's this black guy on the ground, and this Arabic dude's on top of him with his knee in the back, and this other Arabic store owner comes out. He's bleeding from his head, and he's like, the guy tried to rob the store, and they like shot him in the ass cheek, basically, and they were like holding him there till the cops came.
Yeah,
and the guy comes out, and they're like, don't hit him. They're like, I know. He's like, I gave you money. Why'd you rob me? He's like, I know. Did Muhammad send you? I should have been geeking so hard, bro. Like there was some type of bodega war going on in the inner workings of the city or something.
They set him up.
Yeah, he's like, oh, the bodega, Muhammad sent you to rob me. Take my loss. Trying to like get him out of business. So the other one runs.
Yeah, try to run him off the corner store,
it's
man.
It's always weird, like when 3 corner stores just stack up next to each other on a corner,
It's like, man, how many? Like,
what makes you different? You gotta have something that makes you different now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have something that smacks like that they don't got. Like, something that brings them to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what that is though.
Think about it in Eastwood, right? There's two things that function in Eastwood, basically. That's 7-Eleven and budget liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, the other shit, I guess you can't even really call that Eastwood to me. But both of them, they serve their different purposes, you know?
Yep.
You go to 7-Eleven, you got a lot of options with the nachos, the drinks, the ice creams, all that shit. And you got a liquor store, you know, that sells, you know, lotto and shit like that. You can also do that.
That's the close one with the Relos and shit.
But
everything like that.
But then look at how whenever they add a corner store over there to that one spot, remember where Sean used to be?
Yeah.
That place always goes out of business.
He tried.
You know what I mean?
Because snowballs, something,
right there in the middle,
soft serve, something.
He can't get it.
Yeah, not enough people there.
Just letting people buy shit on food stamps.
Not enough people there. Yeah.
Bowls.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah, that's what it got to the point. It was double the amount, but he would let you buy anything on food stamps.
Yeah, like what a lot of people would do sometimes. Like some stores will buy like your food stamps. Like they'll give you like 50 cents to the dollar or some shit. You come swipe it for 200. They give you 100.
A lot of places will do it like that, but I've never seen no one go as hard as he was, where he was literally selling bongs and bowls, bro. He was selling blunts, all that on food stamp money, and just ringing it up as other shit.
They all do that shit, bro.
That's I've never seen nobody take that, bro.
Man.
I've seen plenty of people like allow a lot of shit.
Oh, if they're buying food stamps, they're doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, tell you, man. You know, it's just like, see, you got this woman. She already spent $50. She wants some cigarettes, something else. I'll ring it up as whatever. Swipe it on one cart. I'm good. You're good.
It's funny how like all that shit just goes on too. Like when I used to work at Santoni's, I think I was telling you before, but like
food stamp fraud.
Yeah, but because you can't buy hot food.
Yeah.
So they would come back. They would get snow crabs, crab meat, shrimp. They would go up to the register, buy it, then come back and get it steamed for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like they didn't buy hot food technically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I remember like 7-Eleven did the same thing where like, it's like you could buy stuff and then they would just heat it up for you. They added a little microwave section so they could sell cold food. Then you just go heat it up in the corner real quick.
Right.
Yeah. They got it all. I mean, like you can buy noodles there, put water in it, and then put it in the little microwave, the little convection oven thing they got and heat it up.
It was so dirty though.
Yeah. Exactly. But I mean, people who are doing that,
well, a couple of noodles. I mean, you got a lid, you got everything you need there, but some shit.
People everything in there, bro.
I hate thinking about like when you talk about like things you miss, right?
Yeah.
Right. Since you stopped eating meat, think about the things you don't miss. At fucking 7-Eleven hot dogs, bro. Why did I ever eat a quarter pounder from 7-Eleven?
Oh yeah, bro.
I used to get chili and cheese.
Yeah, same thing, man. You go over
chili from a bag, yo.
And you would hit the button, it would come out, and you would hear the motor going.
Yeah, dog.
And it would just be like, it would just be squirted out and down. It was like, I mean, like, it was good, but it's fucking disgusting, man.
It was good at the time, but like now, and it's such a thick hot dog, and it tastes so rubbery. Like it's not a good hot dog.
Oh yeah, no,
like it wasn't like a ballpark hot dog.
No, not at all, bro. Because they were probably still that grill all day, man. Just chill, dry up, and just get rubbery over.
Bro, I remember when they first put cheese in a hot dog. Oh, bro, my family was hyped. White trash hyped.
Yeah,
I remember like you've had them, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like I remember like. I used to work at Mission Barbecue. Like they had these jalapeno cheese sausages, and those bitches were the same thing, but they were good as fuck. I'm just saying, the ones you buy from the store are pretty nasty because it's usually like Cheese Whiz in the middle of a hot dog. That's Cheese Whiz in itself is fucking disgusting. This was like what I thought was a high quality sausage with a nice aged sharp cheddar in there. But them bitches were banging. Those jalapeno cheese sausages. Good.
Yeah, I used to like. I always like pigs in a blanket, man. That's what I'm saying. I can't believe I ate hot dogs. Really, they were good. I understand they were good, but
one thing I think about is like eating Scrapple. I was like, man, I used to eat Scrapple. Like I mean, like I would still eat it. Like I love Scrapple. I think Scrapple's good.
I've never eaten Scrapple.
You what?
Never. I never ate Scrapple, bro.
Yeah, you have, bro. Remember you that one time at the diner, man?
Dog, I never ate Scrapple, bro.
She got you with the. You were like, I'm telling you, man.
I didn't eat it, bro.
Oh, you tried it though.
Dog, I never ate Scrapple in my life, bro.
You ate that piece though.
I did not eat that piece of Scrapple, dog. I'm telling you, I've never ate Scrapple.
You tried Scrapple. Well, you technically tried that.
Bro, I don't think I tried it, dog.
Yeah, you did, man.
I think it came.
Why'd you even order it?
I never ordered Scrapple in my life, Steve.
Are you sure you ordered
Bro,
it
I
today?
swear on everything that I love since I was a kid.
I just remember that memory mass where you got the
That's
egg
one
combo
thing I
Scrapple.
swore off.
Like the bitch brought you the Scrapple.
I swore it off a long time ago. If it came, I definitely didn't even try
The
it.
bitch brought you the Scrapple.
I don't know what it tastes like at all.
I ate the Scrapple. I ate Scrapple, man. I think Scrapple is fucking good.
What is it? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Know what that is.
I know it's usually. I mean, like it's labeled on the package either a beef product or something, you know. But
It's just like the
about it.
scraps. It's a hot dog. Same thing.
Yeah.
Scraps.
Yeah.
Hot dog just the scraps of everything else, right? All mushed up. It's like beef, pork, chicken.
They're usually majority pork. Usually.
Just grounded up ham.
Yeah, but they do make chicken ones for like specific
I did see
like.
a great point that they made where it's like when you're looking at
Halal
all the
hot dogs.
viruses we've been hit with, they all come from animals, bro.
Yeah.
Mad cow, swine flu,
I saw that.
H1N1.
Are you particularly referring to the one dude who posted? He posted in the podcast group on Facebook, and he shared it. It was pretty much just talking about how like eating like it was pretty much just the basis like eating meat has caused like these viruses and whatnot. And I mean like yeah, some of these I mean like yeah, you got like mad cow disease, but I mean like this particular one, I mean, it just jumped the species. It was allowed to jump species. I don't think it came from particular consumption.
That's where we're fooling the argument, right? That's where the argument's fooled right there. That's what we got to stop. That's how we're going to make the progress, is stopping that right there and understanding basically that it's not about the meat. It's not about eating meat. It's about the way that you're making the meat, right? That's why these diseases are coming. Like mad cow, if you're going to have a wild cattle, that I'm sure there would be very low amounts of mad cow. But when you're producing them, you're forcefully producing them.
Well, that and there's a reason like you don't store like raw chicken next to like raw pork. There's a cross contamination.
Unsanitary conditions.
Well, there's a cross contamination where like you should not have pigs being raised right next to chickens or pigs, and that's how it's done in a lot of the world.
And then they drop when you watch those pig farms, they drop the pig feces right down into the same water source that the pigs are basically drinking. You know what I mean? It's just, they drop it right into a creek, and that's why they say like that shit right there is apparently what causes asthma and cancer in like the neighboring population.
Yeah, and I also think that like one misconception with like especially like a big thing with like one big point of his argument was just that like you wouldn't have this if you just eliminated animal products, which I mean like is cool. But I mean, like when you talk about these particular areas where these viruses usually generate and come from, that's usually not an option.
But let's not even go there, right? Let's not even go there. And let's just say that we don't got to agree on should you eat meat or not, right? But we can all agree that farms need to get better.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%.
We can all agree we're over farming.
Yeah.
Everyone can agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Even hunters will tell you they hunt because they don't want to eat the farm food, right?
Yeah.
But they still will tell you they want to eat meat.
Well, I mean, it's like when I was listening to him, like just what he was talking about is like, it's like I mean, like his particular like vegan views is kind of like what inhibits the whole thing from moving forward. It's holding it back. I mean, yeah, 100%. But I mean. Yeah, I mean it's just like.
But a lot of these diseases are coming from animals, and it's from overpopulating them, and you're also gonna have wild diseases.
Yeah. And I mean like, like humans ourselves, are disease machines. I mean like, there's always gonna be something from somewhere that's gonna make that jump. You know what I'm saying? I mean like,
the older population, they're just crazy. Like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to talk to this guy who I value his opinion at work. I'm talking to him, he's 60, and I'm like, look, because I was making a joke. Like, did you see that the tiger at the Baltimore Zoo tested positive for coronavirus?
Yeah.
Right. So I was making a joke to everybody yesterday. My big joke. I was like, how do they not have enough test kits, but they're testing tigers? You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't get that. So then I'm talking to this guy about it, and he's like, oh. No, animals can't get it. I'm like, what? Like, this is a guy that like is informed,
right?
He's not completely out of the loop. He's like, I don't believe all that. He's like, I think this is a people disease. I'm like, it started with a human. I'm like, one of the first reported cases was a dog. I mean, it started with an animal.
Yeah.
One of the first reported cases was a dog.
Yeah.
And then it jumped to humans. He's like, I don't know. I think this is a human disease. I'm like, what? Is there's no research showing you that?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, it's a proven thing that like, especially bats. The bats are particularly good at fighting that virus. The coronavirus is actually a very common virus among bats that they typically contain. It's only when it makes the species jump that the new strain from this becomes now a human coronavirus, where like it can now affect us. You know what I mean? And that's what has happened. Like they've always started in, animals. I mean, like animals, like living things, period, just carry disease with them. I mean, like living beings will always carry smaller other living beings, both good and bad. So, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like it's 100% a animal disease.
He's just one of those guys, bro. Like I was telling him, like we was talking about how news. I was like, because I was telling him, I'm like, look, I don't. Yes, we agreed that the news was both it's skewed, both ways.
Yeah.
But I was like, look, if you told me like I'm Megyn Kelly, I can go get $100 million, to say some shit on TV. I don't give a fuck what you tell me to say.
You're not even usually thinking about what you're saying.
Bro, I'll go on there and say whatever you want, bro. Donald Trump fucked me in the ass, bro. That's what you want on live television to 100 million people. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm fitting to get paid for me and my family, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
Some fucking money, man.
Yeah, and he's like, not everybody's like that, and that's not what the news should be. And then I got into a little discussion when I'm like, bro, well, no matter what, like if you look at the people that own CNN and the people that own Fox, like that's like a lot of foreign nations. It's mainly Arabic, like Saudi Arabia, Arab Emirates and shit like that, Dubai. They all have stocks, and own what. Like that's what I was trying to explain. Like I'm not the best for it because I don't completely understand, but I was trying to explain to him that like, first of all, who's the CEO of CNN, right? You don't know, right? But you know that guy's worth 50 mil. Right. But you don't know him. Who's the owner or president of CNN? I can't even tell you the one of Fox News. I don't know neither one. I think it's like Murdoch or something.
Well, I mean,
but
like
I'm not sure.
There's the CEO of those companies, and then there's the actual CEO of the holdings companies that usually has those underneath that one big company.
But I was looking at it like, whoever owns the most stock is who has the favor of the company, right? So that's how I look at it. So if you got a foreign nation that owns 90% of CNN stock, however that's split up, right? To me, they're basically the owners.
Right.
These are the people that I'm sure CNN is consulting with. So why are foreign nations even allowed to like purchase any type of stock or ownership or have any interest along with our news stations?
Well, if you're gonna drop 60 mil, I mean, it's like, hey, come play. Like simple as that.
It should be against the law. It should be a law.
Simple as that.
You can't have any funding from foreign nations in your news. Like that's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro.
Well, people fall into that trap with other news sources like AJ Plus. That one's real popular amongst liberal people. But that's one that's owned and run by the Qatari government under Al Jazeera,
right?
The only reason to do an AJ Plus is because Al Jazeera's actually themselves are not allowed to broadcast here. There's RT, Russia Today. That is a news station owned by the state of Russia, and they broadcast here. So
my final argument on the news, right, was that the only people who are unbiased, right, are the people who witnessed it live.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as someone writes it, it's bias.
Yeah.
Right? Because you put some twist of bias on there.
Yeah.
Whether it's the slightest amount possible.
One thing I thought was...
go find the least biased guy in the world. He still written something biased.
One thing I thought was cool, and I had an exchange with today. Like there was a CNN article that came out about the Irish president coming out, and he's an actual doctor. He's going back to practice medicine to fight the coronavirus. Well, there was
Ireland?
Yeah, in Ireland, yeah. And there was a lady who commented on there, and she just went on this long tirade, just like, this is bullshit. It's a PR stunt. He's answering phones like one day a week at a hospital. This, that, and the other. And I just commented, I'm just like, are you Irish? Like, do you have any type of like link or anything to like, kind of show like an Irish news point or like foreign news point compared to this American point?
Working hard.
Yeah, and so like she wrote a bunch of other shit. Just how his like their particular party, like he just jumped from one party to the next majority party so that he could just try and win presidency again for another term. and
Sweet move.
Yeah, and then like all this shit about like how like they've been pressuring him for like a whole month to like go and join the fight on the front lines as a doctor, because he was calling for other doctors to come and back out of retirement and shit, and he's been avoiding that the whole week. And she provided all these links. I just thought it was really cool. It was like all these different Irish news sites, like local news sites and shit. Is like just like you just gotta broaden it and just like try and get access to as many of these sites as you can. Like
God, you drive yourself mad.
You'll drive yourself mad, but I mean, like,
I've never said that.
don't go to CNN, like, don't go to Fox News for once. Just like look at a European one, look at a fucking Asian one, even if it's Chinese. You look at a Japanese one. No, dude. Look at an Australian one. You can find so many different takes on a particular thing.
I'd say look at none. What do they say? Believe none of what you read and half of what you see.
No,
I say you got to see video.
No,
happen.
No, what I'm saying is that like you'll see the different viewpoints and like different agendas of each one. Like I remember like when Ebola came out.
Yeah.
When Ebola came out, I remember BBC like they were relatively calm talking about it. Yes. Funny one for you, isn't it? The British Broadcasting Channel. I mean, they were relatively calm, and like you had Fox News, they were just panicking about the Ebola thing, and then you had like a news station from Russia, and they're just like chilling, talking about how the Americans are crazy for being so like fear mongering news media type shit. And I mean, it was just cool. It's cool to see. That's all I'm saying.
How about a news station that just gives you a summary of like every news station? How about someone does that?
You have a couple of those, yeah, like Associated Press, AP.
Just shows them all.
That's
what like a NFL Red Zone for news.
That's what I think is weird, man. It's like a lot of times when you look at these news articles, they'll usually source another news article, or cite one to like try and further prove their story. So like a lot of them you'll see is cited by Associated Press, which is just an international press company. But I'm just like, wow, how is Associated Press always on the front lines of all this crazy shit first? And why do you then cite them? Like, who do they cite? I don't understand. Like, so they do have those. I mean, like places like Reuters. That's another one. The Guardian is another big one that you see a lot. That has a lot of international.
It's crazy.
Attention.
Like people like the Times, they try and charge you for a subscription.
New York Times, yeah.
Bro, you think I'm gonna pay any amount of money for you to give me news
for the Wall Street Journal?
Age?
The Wall Street Journal? You're like, what?
Fuck out of here! What thing I'm paying for is Playboy. You know what I mean? I pay for another book to send me anything.
You wouldn't pay for Playboy. You know?
Of course I would. You know what I mean? I'm saying if anything.
I mean, if anything, Pornhub Premium.
I'm saying
$9.99 a month. What it is?
Any magazine or book subscription? What are you going with?
Any magazine or book subscription? Man. I mean,
come on, don't be dumb here.
I mean,
Nat Geo,
Zoo Books, Zoo Books from the 90s. Like, I'm thinking Nat Geo. Men's Health would be cool.
I want a 1-year subscription, once a month, 12 of your top 12 rated all-time mags. Okay, whatever that is, $59.99. Here you go. Send me the Kim K one. Send me Pride Pamela. You know what I mean? Send me all of your golden I want your holographic Playboys. Okay.
You're the ones like the like altered reality enable where like you look at your phone at it and she's just there.
I went to Assemble a Zodiac.
Is
that what it's called?
Assemble a Zodiac?
What was it called?
Exodia, yeah. The 5 pieces of Exodia.
Of Playboys.
Of Playboy. It's not the Exodia Playboy.
That's not the I could have.
I mean, you could have said anything like the Zodiac Killer Playboy. It's like you wanted that one. It's like you could have said anything. You could have gone with that. Yeah.
Zodiac Killer Playboy?
The Zodiac Killer of Playboys.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, boy, you just sparked a lot in me.
What?
Isn't that crazy though that he never got caught? It's weird, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
So I got into another one. True story, okay? So this one's called Lost Girls. Might have seen it on Netflix. Probably didn't watch it, but they've been promoting it. So I finally checked it out. Thought it was a series. It's actually a movie. Pretty good one too. True story that I did not know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's write it down for
It's always
you.
some fucked up
I
shit.
like writing it down for you.
Always some fucked up
I
shit.
like you getting the outsider perspective on it.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it.
Oh, we know.
Nothing I know. I didn't watch it.
I love breaking it down. I haven't got to break. I love it when I haven't broken down yet.
I love not watching these things. You know?
Yeah. So this shorty, She's got 3 daughters. 2 of them live with her. The other one ran away. She's a prostitute, basically, but she still sees her, gives her money and shit like that.
Right.
So the girl goes missing. Mind you, this is true story. This is all fact. Girl goes missing, right? She's disappearing for 2 days. She's not answering the family's calls or nothing. They finally go to file out a report and shit, right? So they get, so the mom's doing all this, right? The police department really don't want to help. Like they're, nagging along. They ain't really doing what they're saying. So she goes down, gets public records of her daughter's cell phone records, right?
Right.
Finds out she made a call to the 911. She called 911 at like 4:11, I believe it was, a.m., right? And she's screaming for help. She's running. You can hear her running. She's screaming for help. Police don't get there till 5:15, basically, over an hour later. They don't get there, right? Into this like gated community on the beach in New Jersey. And when they get there, they can't find the woman at all. So she's gone. So she has a driver, like prostitutes get drivers.
Yeah.
Her driver says she tried to get her in there. She ran off, right? So this is where things get a little creepy. I start getting some chills thinking about this, bro, because it's so weird, man. But so she runs out of this one guy's house in this neighborhood, right?
Right.
That guy, he chases her a little bit, but she gets away. He says that she was all drugged up. She was going crazy in there. They never had sex. She ran out. He didn't chase her, basically. So she dipped off, right? Well, that night, there's another house there, a doctor, right? He's got a limp. He's got a messed up leg, but he's a doctor. And he calls the mother, right? The girl's mother. He calls her. And he says, hey, he's like, I ran into your daughter, and she was going crazy. So I helped her out and she's good now, and she's, I let her go basically. So he calls. So then days go by, basically. She shows up there. The police won't do interviews, so she shows up there. She puts him on pressure, right? So she's walking by. She sees behind the doctor's house, right where the woman was supposed to have ran at.
Yeah.
There's a camera. Right. So it's overlapped though. Every 24 hours, it repeats basically.
Yeah.
And so they're talking to the doctor. The cop finally comes after that, try to get the video. And he's like, well, the police never asked for it. And he's like, well, did you see it? He's like, well, if you had the video and you knew she missed him right there, you had to have watched it. And he's like, no, that would be tampering with evidence. So they didn't have nothing, but apparently the video was gone. Right.
Right.
So they keep trying to get something going. As they're looking for this girl, they find 2 other bodies on the side of the highway, right? 3 other bodies. Sorry, 3 other women, right? So throughout this time period of this girl goes missing for a year. She's gone for a whole year. Throughout this period, they found like 11 bodies, right? Like 11 rented. They're all prostitutes. They all got killed and shit. And this doctor, bro, they still never had enough on them to get him throughout the whole thing. She goes there. She tries to talk to him about it. And like, he's acting weird, right? And then he denies that he ever called her. He's like, I didn't call you that night. No, I never said that about her. I'd never seen her that night. So the police are searching everywhere they can. They never find it, right? Year goes by, like 18 months goes by. They're still looking. They're still thinking. She starts talking to neighbors and shit. And the one guy's like, look, behind his house in the marsh, it's a real swampy marsh. Nobody never checked there, So she eventually convinces the fucking cops to check. They go there. They find the fucking girl's body in the marsh. She had no drugs in her at all, right? So that report was wrong. That the cop said, right? They showed up an hour later. The doctor says he don't know what happened. He didn't see her, and they had no way to prove it. Phone records showed that the doctor made that call that night and told the mom, I see your daughter. I'm helping her. It still didn't get him, Steve. Still didn't get him, bro. He got away. Yo. Nobody went to jail on that. Nobody, yo. Yeah, he deleted the camera, right? He made a phone call that night saying he's seen her, which would have made him the last one that's seen her.
Yeah.
Right? And he I forget.
He called the lady.
He called her. He deleted the video. He denied that he called her basically and got proved that it was, and he apparently like ran. There was another thing that was like, I don't want to get into everything, but in his shed, he also had stuff to hide bodies basically. And he gets away with it. They never, ever catch anybody. They call it the Jersey Shore Slayer or some shit like that. apparently they think he's responsible for 26 women being murdered.
And has never been found.
Never got found, bro.
And this is like a recent, like,
yeah.
this ain't like, oh, this happened in the 90s. This was like,
no, that dude's alive right now.
Yeah.
Bro. That dude's out there. Yeah.
That's always crazy to think, man.
Yeah, they're all in the same spot too. Like 3 bodies were found in one spot. You know what I mean? Then they found bodies here, found bodies there. And they had all that fucking incriminating shit on the doctor, but they didn't have, enough. I just didn't get it. I didn't get how, like, they couldn't get a polygraph off the fact that he lied about the call records. Like, just that alone, that's not enough, I guess, because he lied. They're like, oh, well, I guess, that's not enough.
I don't know, man. I don't know how, like, it works when it comes to, like, deciding how, like, if you have enough or not. I don't know.
Is that enough for beyond reasonable doubt?
Yeah, exactly.
With the camera, you can't say nothing.
It should be enough to bring him in, and you can, like, press him.
With the cameras, the cops should have asked about that. The first night she went missing, the cops should have asked. That really is on the cops. Well, but at the same time, he didn't come forward and say, "Hey, I got a camera right there."
It seems like at one point, like, they should have detained him, put him in that interrogation room, and just like try and just hammer him out in that interrogation room, or something, try and work something on the guy. I don't know.
Just think about that. You're getting away with 26 murders, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild. Rapes and murders, like that's insane, bro. And she was found out back of his house. Like, fuck, bro. Fuck. I mean, what do we need here to really wrap this case up? I mean, I understand what you need, but like, fuck, man. You got everything but what you need.
Exactly. There's so many things pointing at this guy. And you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, why I want to know how they decide within the system if they have enough or not. Like, I mean, in my opinion, it's like you would just take what you got, take it to the judge, try and take it to trial. I mean, it seems like you would have, like, you try and push it forward. If you get denied, I mean, from that point on, it's like you did what you could. But you gotta do something to move that forward. I mean, plant some goddamn fucking evidence. I don't fucking know. Like, frame this motherfucker. Set this motherfucker up. Get his fingerprints. Like, have him down the station. Give him a cup of coffee. You get his prints off the coffee mug that you gave him, and you plant them somewhere. Boom, you got him. You got yourself the killer. I bet you 26 more bodies don't show up. I don't fucking know, man.
Just lie to him. You know what I mean? Come in there. You go in there and you talk to him. You get him to tell his little story. Then I'm like, listen.
Did they press him up at all? Like,
listen, they never said nothing about it, and it never showed nothing.
I'm saying, like, you think you have, like, you find the body out back his house. I think you got enough to at least detain him for some time, get some questions in him, and
when they found that body, you got to also remember the case was kind of dead.
Yeah, that's true.
About 18 months.
That's true. That is very true. You're right. You're right about that. I mean, like I said, I don't know how the system works. I don't know how, like, they decide they don't have enough.
Bitch, we've got 5 of your fucking neighbors saying they seen you that night in the fucking marsh.
You call the lady. Why'd you call her?
Your wife. Your wife
call her.
That's weird that wives can't testify against their husbands and husband can't testify against a wife. And isn't it?
Makes sense. It's like, just won't allow me.
But that's a loophole because a lot of people, like cartel members and shit, they're married their girlfriend during trial.
Yeah.
So that they can't legally testify.
Yeah.
But then you see every once in a while, like Aaron Hernandez, he had a cousin that had hella incriminating evidence and she had cancer. So she just didn't tell. And she basically was just like, hey, I'm dying anyway. And she did like 60 days. Then they let her out. She died a couple months later. But it's pretty hard. I like that. Do I like that? I don't know. I guess so. In some case, right?
One thing I love, like,
I'm like, y'all solved the case. Listen, did Steve murder 3 people with a shotty? Maybe. Y'all solve it. and if so, I'll believe you. But if you can't solve it, then no, my boy didn't do it.
I'm dying a little bit. Okay, like, that's why I was geeking out the other day. Like, my grandma was talking to, like, Walmart, and she said, I didn't get a statement. Like, if you don't take this late charge off, I'm just not paying it. And they're like, well, and they're like, well, if you don't pay it, it's like, you'll go to collections. And my grandma's sitting there, is like, why do I care? What's it go? Negatively impact my credit. She's like, I'm 90 years old, hon. I don't care. I'm gonna be gone soon. I was just like, go to shit.
Oh my god!
I was like, I don't care.
That's the ultimate play.
I took it off.
That's the ultimate play.
I took
right
it off.
there, ain't it?
She's done this like 8 times now.
I'm 9 years old. I don't care. You take my Comcast? I go 6 months of cable.
Yeah, bro, she plays it all the time, and it gets off a lot of shit. You know, like she'll argue with the water.
90.
She'll argue with the water company. It'll be like 160. They'll be like, all right, look, 105, and she'll be like, all right, now we're getting somewhere. It's like, okay,
That's so crazy. I can't imagine being that old, bro. It's like your grandma's seen like the evolution of TV. You know what I mean?
she didn't have TVs.
She's seen no TV. Then she's seen like black and
Bro,
white.
she
then
tells-
she's seen
bro,
antenna.
she tells
and
me
now
like
next thing you know, you got like you're streaming Netflix.
she tells me all the time. Like she'll be like, you know, it's like I went to school like rain, sun, snow. We wore skirts. Like that's just what you had to wear as a woman. Like you just wore that all year round. Like it's
Just churn butter. That's
yes.
what they look like to do. Man.
Tells you about the nuns at Catholic school slapping her up and shit, just like beating the shit out of her. I'm just
That's
like,
crazy.
what the fuck, you know? It's like,
You'd be Amish for 2 weeks, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or is 1 week good?
2 weeks. I can go
2
2
weeks,
weeks. I can go 2 weeks. Yeah.
Now, what do you think it is though with those people? Because you know, like they get the week away.
Some go back. What do you think it is with
No,
those?
no, most go back. Almost all, bro. It's like 90%.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah. So what were we asking?
What do you think that is? Why do you think they go back?
Oh, because the you know, once you threaten someone with, you know, pretty much what's the word they use? I forgot that's a nice cool word.
Exile.
Yeah, exile. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, like you'll be exiled. You'll be, you know, you can't contact your family no more, any of your old friends. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But I guarantee you, it's all about the week that you live out there, right? Because I bet I could turn your Amish ass out, right? Let's just say straight up, I get you first night out. You just do what I tell you to, right? We just get you mollied up, bro. We go to hit a rave. I buy you 2 whores. You know what I mean?
and
Like,
it's throwing cheeks on you.
yeah, bro.
They're throwing cheeks on you. And you're
Yeah,
throwing
dog.
Amish dick.
And you're just like, I get you dancing. You know what I mean? We got some drinks. Like,
I show you
You're gonna go
dubstep,
back.
and you're just like,
now you're a headbanger.
exactly.
Well, okay.
He's
okay.
riding the front
Okay,
rail.
let's do this, right? We're trying to turn an Amish guy out. We got 7 days, right? You give me the first day, and I'll follow off of you back and forth for 7 days to perfectly turn out an Amish guy. What's day 1?
Day one?
Is it the Molly?
I don't think
rave?
you hit him with shrooms on day one. I don't think you hit him with
Is it
shrooms on day
Molly,
one.
rave,
I
2
think-
whores?
I think you end off the whole experience like you're like it's like the last day. You're like, all right, it's your last day aside. Take these shrooms and you'll know your answer. You know, it's like it's like the last day. You're just like you haven't
The
thinking about
warlock.
going like not going back to their family or going back to like the Hose and Molly. Like, and they're just like the first day.
But see, that's the thing. See, that's why I'm here because we're gonna also show him other things. I just wanted to show him what some ass felt like, mainly, you know. And then I threw the Molly in there just because, so you don't bust early.
See, like you know,
And he
like
can dance.
I don't want any other whores though. Like I want like Atlanta stripper whore.
Oh,
like you know what I'm
top
saying?
whore.
Like thick, like so much, like ridiculous ass, bro. Just
because
like
that's why I went to start with that, right? So that way, after that, we did him some skills to where he could now go find his own love
yeah.
at the end. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When we let him out onto his own. So is day 1?
I
Rave, 2 thickums, Molly and some drink.
Maybe not day one. I'm thinking maybe like a day 3er. I don't know.
What is day 1?
Day one? Day one. Once you got there, oh man.
You take him to El Salto.
All right, look, man, it's tacos out on the outside.
Shrimp tacos tonight.
Out on the
Okay.
outside. All right.
Okay, so
Day one.
Day 1.
That's day one. That's all it is.
Day 1 is just food runs. Just straight out, take them to all the fire spot. Ricos. You know
What's
what I
something?
mean?
What's something you can't eat? You know, it's like you're not allowed to eat. regular.
Yeah.
It's like, and you just take them, get whatever that is.
All right.
You ever have halal?
Let's just say, just cuts. Neither have I. Let's do it. All right, day 1 is just straight up food runs then, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right, good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Day 2.
Man, I don't know. It's tough to like, cause I'm
Day
just like,
2, you know what I want? I want to get the boys together for a game of tackle football.
well, you can do that in Amish country though. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't hit. They don't know what football is, bro. They don't even watch football.
Yeah, but they can take it back with them, and like
Bro,
that's
they
something
don't-
they could recreate.
I bet you there
there.
ain't an Amish person on there that can throw a spiral.
But they could recreate it. You know, because no
Not with-
electricity.
Not with
you know what
football
I'm
rules,
saying?
bro.
You know what I'm
The-
saying?
It's about the camaraderie.
Amish
You
ball.
get it?
Amish ball.
It's more about the camaraderie of strangers all interconnecting to hit each other hard for 2 hours.
I got you.
And
I
then
got
saying,
you.
Good job.
May not like it. May
Right?
like it. You know.
Open him up a little bit. Crack his ass a couple times. Get him hit.
See, what if he's like a huge like Amish farm boy? Like, he's just
Now I
he's
have a
cracking
DT.
your dumb
Now I have a
ass.
DT. He's on my team. I brought him. I brought the Amish guy. He's on my team.
But like you both are captains, like they
Beat stack.
set you up that way, you know.
I think you got to get them out there. After that, you get everybody to go to a bar. You know what I mean? Just have some drinks. You get them. You show them what the boys are like. You know
Yeah,
what it's like
yeah.
to be with the boys and not have to be on a schedule of
Yeah.
anything. You don't got no drawers. You went to work. You worked hard. That's it. You ain't got no Bible study. You ain't got to go churn butter all night. You ain't got no drawers at home. You do, but you can do it tomorrow if you want.
Yeah,
Now you can do it
yeah.
tomorrow. You're with the boys. That's a bruise.
Exactly.
You
I think at some point you might even fit in like a Madden tournament. Just like, look, this is Madden,
Oh,
okay?
that's day 2
This
shit.
is
That's
Madden,
day 2
dumbass.
shit, yeah.
Like, it's
It's a box, the game.
you
You might lose them after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You might lose it after you show the game, bro.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's
It's
just
like
COD, Warzone.
it's
It's
like-
over. It's
yeah.
over, bro. I think it would never get off that.
And like I said, day 3,
Day 3,
Yeah, man.
Braves, 2 thickums.
Molly, think
Molly, I like it.
It's however many bitches we can get at this point to come
Day
this guy.
4, we're gonna recoup, right?
yeah.
Day 4, we gotta recoup. Like,
Hangover brunch 1.
I feel like we gotta match up on some people. Yeah, hangover brunch. I like that, but we gotta match up. And we're gonna match up and chill on the game today.
Smoke hella.
Yeah, that's what we
That's what we're gonna do.
People are just gonna come over and match us, bro. And we're just fitting to play.
And it's like every one of these days there might be El Salto involved. Like you just got
Oh,
you got really
No,
hammer
we've
that
been El
home.
Salto 3 days in a row.
You?
no,
Yeah, I
saying,
was saying, I
on
was
day
gonna-
3 at this
So
point.
you actually have hit El Salto 3 times.
I hit it twice a week.
Yeah.
And it's 15 minutes away from here, so just think about that.
That is,
It's
yeah.
really
It
highway
don't
drive.
come no fucking Grubhub or nothing, man.
Day 4. I feel like we
That
got
was the hangover day.
That was hangover day.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Day
Day 5. I feel like we got to get him out there to start showing him to talk to his own women, right? We threw some pussy on
Tinder
him. Now he's got to
profile?
go get some pussy.
Tinder profile.
I don't think we should whore him out like that. I think we need to
Whore
get him
himself
out
out.
there, right?
Whore himself out.
We just need to get him in like
Power plant.
a library, right? Like somewhere
power
like
plant.
that. He's Amish. Here, get it. Have you ever seen
I'm about to drop him off in
the bowling movie?
Frederick County.
Kingpin?
Bowling movie? No.
God, I hate you, bro. Kingpin is such a classic. Bro. It's got Woody Harrelson in it, and he takes this guy who's really good at bowling, who's an Amish guy, and and he has to convince basically his family and like this guy that
He's good at bowling. Look at him.
He's great at bowling.
Look at him. He's
And
good.
they're all just like, no, you shouldn't be earning money through this and shit. He ends up like throwing a whores on him, So he takes him gambling, takes him.
So that's where you're
drinking.
getting this from, huh?
Yeah.
You're like
That's
thinking of a
totally
Kingpin
right.
scenario.
It's just totally where I'm going from. Also mixed with the show of when they did Roomspringer. Also mixed with a little bit of Sex Drive, where it's like Roomspringer.
Yeah. They're just getting
So it's a
fucking.
3-way mix going on there of realism and.
I got you. Yeah. I see what you're going with right now. Yeah. Totally got you.
I think like that day, like that day that we're matching up, we got to also just establish some culture. Now that I'm thinking about it, we're gonna watch Kingpin.
Yeah, go watch movies. You
Yeah.
want to watch,
We're
yeah.
gonna watch Kingpin, bro,
Watch some crazy movies, some good shit.
and get some neck.
I'm
I'm gonna keep throwing neck at him. You're just gonna, you know what I mean?
It's like, all right, look, day 4, that we do this. Oh, and here's some head. Just put a
Yeah,
bitch in
exactly. And then day 5, you're like, look, today you're gonna find some head, right?
They're
Like
spending
that.
a lot of money on this Amish dude. a
This is
lot
all
of money.
funded. This is all funded by him. Okay.
We're
You buy a
speaking on.
sailboat
I know how much people are rich.
to get money to go. Okay.
Oh, they're rich.
The rich.
That's what I love when you see.
They're in the
Amish,
Amish market.
I love when you see Amish people doing donuts in like their carts and shit. Like it's
Bro, did you see that buggy that got hit?
the Amish.
Somebody
Amish
hit a
buggy?
buggy, bro.
Amish buggy.
Yeah, and killed him. 3
Wow.
people.
See, that's probably like that Rumspringer was probably a dark Rumspringer because they were like, look, this is why we're here because people like
It's
that,
dangerous out there.
people like that, just killing us.
Really, you were going too slow. Because I was once told the gas will get you out of more problems than the brake will.
What's that?
A very old man that I bought my first 3-wheeler off of.
I just guy didn't have many teeth.
Ursel. That was his name.
Was he missing teeth?
I don't think he's missing any teeth. He was very nice on them bikes, though. Had a bad back. Old mechanic, but very nice on them bikes. Ursel. I remember he told me,
fucked up.
he told me 2 things that I remember. It was one that was one where he said gas will get you out of more problems than a brake will. And then he said 3-wheelers are dangerous. That's why I always keep one in the air. That shit was so hard.
Yeah,
He's like a 55-year-old black dude. You know what I mean? He's just like, I'm like, my man.
Yeah.
He's called me Speedy, bro. That guy was cool.
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome, bro.
He was awesome, bro. It was like the
That's
best
cool
guy.
shit.
I remember me and Bill were like, all right, man, you buy this bike, I'll buy this bike. We go over there, meet this guy, and he was just the perfect guy to buy your first bike off of.
Yeah.
Like he was just so nice. He was like, look, man, take this. He told us everything about the bikes. He showed us where his shop was. He had a storage container where like he had his own little shop. He had his own little helper there and shit.
Yeah.
He would just work on bikes. He's like, any problems with the bike, just bring them here. I'll take a look at them for you. So like, he was like, you know what I mean?
Bro, that's like such a good hookup right there.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
like,
And,
man.
and then we ended up riding with him. You know, he had a badass bike. His boy had a bike, so we all went out riding out Buddy Ponds a couple times and shit. Like he was teaching us about bikes, showing us shit on bikes, like teaching about 3-wheelers. Like it was awesome.
Hell
bro.
yeah, man.
He was
Hell
a cool
yeah,
ass
bro.
guy, bro. He was
That's
cool,
as
bro.
shit. That's the hardest line ever right there. It's just like,
Yeah.
through his dangerous. I keep one day.
Yeah,
It's like, man.
I
I've been
know,
saying, like,
right.
who am I talking to?
Right, exactly. Like the Rambo of bikes. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like this fucking like Anakin or like the fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
His shit was so nice, bro. Because I remember
Confucius of
he
bikes.
had he had that bad back, so he bought like the 750. I forget what model it was, but it was a big ass
That
750.
is so stupid.
And he did like his suspension. He paid like hundreds of dollars to just have this fucking grade A suspension. So like his shit just like took no bumps at all. You know what I mean? Like his back didn't move at all. It just was like it was individual suspension. So like his shit would be like this,
like competition grade or
yeah,
some
yeah,
shit.
literally. And he had this badass bike that could go like 100 miles an hour, and he would just get like 20. He just like riding.
Yeah,
You know
exactly,
what I mean?
man.
He just like riding.
He like being out there with y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably used to do what y'all did.
Exactly. He
Now
would get
just
up in the
chilling.
mud and shit, have fun with that, but like he couldn't hit the, hills or shit.
Now
like
he's
that.
he's right. You know, he's
Yeah,
like,
he's just enjoying the ride out there.
exactly,
man.
man.
It was
We
really
don't want
cool.
to fuck with your back.
No, his
Yeah.
back was long gone.
Especially that
his back
age.
was gone. I used to feel so bad.
By that age, it's like it's like another injury. It's like I might not walk. Like,
But once you get on them bikes, you just don't care so much. It's like, yeah, this is worth it.
yeah. That's why. That's
I'll take some
why.
falls.
That's why I'm definitely gonna be getting a motorcycle, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
man, we need to get some dirt bikes, bro, or some 4-wheelers.
I've thought about it, man.
Yeah.
I have thought about it,
We need to get
man.
some 4-wheelers, bro. Once I buy a truck, man, we get a little trailer.
I just
Buy 2 4-wheelers.
That's why I'm banging something on the street, man. Like, it's so
That's
much
when
fun.
you get, you know what I mean? That's
I
when
think
you
it's
get
fun.
out there.
I think it's fun though.
Oh,
you
it's the
know?
most fun.
I was
But
saying.
it's also the one spot, where you get in trouble. It's the one time you're really risking yourself getting in trouble. Where like pretty much if they catch you like riding in the woods, like you go to Quad Avenue and you're riding in those woods, they're not gonna chase you. You know what I mean? But if you're out there like banging through the Eastern, that's when they are gonna chase you.
You been chased?
Oh, plenty of times, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I got some great memories, man. Like the time I've gotten away every time except for one time, and that was basically because I came back from Bill. Sorry to take shots, but I came back just because Bill was caught, and I was just like, I ain't gonna make him go down bookings by himself. I just came back.
And you were cool though, but they took your bikes.
They took us down bookings. They booked
Yeah.
us, for like reckless driving,
But you're good. No.
driving uninsured. Yeah, I mean, it was like $500, $600 in fines.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
know.
sick, but I got away from it more
And you
times.
have to go to the bookings.
I
It's
only got
like,
caught one time, probably.
I gotta go to the bookings for that. Like,
yeah, I know. I
You
know.
can't just take me to Southeast every day.
I
real quick?
know,
Like,
bro. It was crazy, bro. It was so ridiculous. But
You gotta sound everything, huh?
one time, bro, I'm just so dumb and young, bro. This is actually a story I've never told anybody. This full story, basically, right? But I was supposed to go riding, right? So I had this Honda 300EX. Now I'm like, I'm supposed to go riding with Bill, and we're supposed to meet up with some people over there before where Amazon's at. But before it was there, we used to
Yeah,
ride
these
there.
are those muddy, these
we
huge
ride there,
hills,
so We're
bro.
supposed to meet up there. So I'm also supposed to hit a sale, and I'm selling some weed at the time. So I'm supposed to hit. Damn, I can't remember. It might have been you. I think it was you. Did I ever pull up on you in a 4-wheeler? I thought I did one time.
That's
I
so
can't
grass
remember.
now.
It might have been Reek and Joseph Lee or something like that. But I remember I had to hit a sale, Joseph Lee, or Freetown. And then after that, I had to go to hit Jeff up in Eastwood. I had to hit both of these sales. So like, I'm waiting on them to hit me. They never hit me. And it was like an ounce a piece, So I'm like, hell yeah, I gotta hit this sale. I want to move this ounce, There's 2 O's. And so we're about to go there, and he hits me, and they both hit me at the same time. Like, yo, can you swing by? I'm like, oh my God, bro. So I put 2 O's in my pockets, bro. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'll meet you over there. I'm like, I'm going to ride up here, basically solo, bro, with 2 O's. I'm 16, dog. Oh, my God, yo. And so I go up to Lee. It was Reek, yo. It was Reek. It was Reek 100%, yo. I hit Reek off. I was like, yo, I got to go. I can't even talk. I remember I gave it right down by underneath the tree where everybody smoked that in Joseph Lee.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got from there, I went right over the bridge. I went right over top the bridge. I hit Jeff off and fucking Eastwood. And I'm coming all the way back. And as I'm coming back, bro, I'm going down Vernon Highway. And next thing you know, it was when I was turning to right at the school right there. The elementary and ODH. Why can't I remember the name of that school? Graceland.
Yeah, Graceland.
Yeah, Graceland. I hit the right to go like towards that Amazon thing.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as I hit the right, bro, 2 cops there. And they just hit me with this zigzag technique, yo, like this. They did this to me. And I swerved like with them, like right between them, yo. It's like they zigzagged. So at this point, I'm just gone. Like as soon as I do that, I'm gone. They're turning around to come after me. So I bang all the way around the Vernon Highway. I'm coming down Vernon. At this point, like they're right on my ass. I hit the right to go towards where like, Amazon is.
Yeah.
Hollyburn. And dog, this thing's maxing out at like 55. You know what I mean? And they're going easy 55 at this point. Once I got Hollyburn, it was 2 straight. Like they're catching up.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the guy's like right here, bro. And I'll never forget it. Yo, I'm just looking at him. He's looking at me. He's like, pull over. I just looked out. I didn't know what to do. I'm just like, I just shake my head no, bro. And I'm just hitting this gas. So then I always knew about this one cut, bro, right next to Ponkaberg, right there where the bridge is at.
Yeah.
You can play the fence right there. We cut through right there against the fence, and you come out on the other side, like by the Travel Plaza.
Yeah.
So I come right there, just, burning out right there. Hit that fucking cut so fast, he can't bring his car through there. He's got to go all the way around to the Travel Plaza. Yo, at this point, I'm going up there. I go all the way in the back of my fucking house. That's when I told you the guy that got stabbed up the street from me helped me with my 4-wheeler. It was that day. Because I'm coming in just hot as shit, bro. I like skidded in like this. I'm trying to push my shit up there, and I'm just gassed, yo, because I've been riding for like 40. I've been riding for like 40 minutes from the cops, yo. Like I've hit everything, you know what I mean?
You're just adrenaline pumping.
And I'm trying to get this Honda up here, and he's like, "You need some help, man?" I'm like, "Please, bro, throw this bitch up in there," and I hide it, yo, and I got away, bro. Thank God, nothing ever happened, yo. But like, man, your heart pumping, boy. Like I'm just like, fuck, if I get caught. I'm all by myself. The only thing I could think was, at least I don't got the weed on me no more.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
yeah.
We did have a bunch of money on you.
Well, I didn't know even, if maybe somebody called them on me. You know what I mean? Like to come, say, hey, somebody's riding already, and they were heading towards where I was riding. I don't know what it was, but it was just wrong place, wrong time, and they, was
I remember it was one day I was in Eastwood chilling, and I remember like you came riding through one day, but like you were just riding. I think you were just doing like a normal like. I could maybe going somewhere different this time around or whatever. Come back from somewhere.
East Point or something.
Probably come back from somewhere, but you just banged through the neighborhood real quick. It was just like, not new. Like,
oh yeah, that shit was fun, bro.
Yeah. That's how I never did it, so I just love to do it.
It's definitely awesome, dog. It's definitely awesome for sure. But like I said, like you are taking that risk. You're taking the risk of losing your bike, paying the fines, getting points on your license, getting your license suspended. Like it's the same charges as a car. If you get caught, bro, it's reckless endangerment. It's driving uninsured. It's driving without a registration. You know what I mean? Because your registration doesn't count. Even though you say that you bought your 4-wheeler, that doesn't matter because it's not a registered motor vehicle. Yeah, so you get all of these are like $220 a piece. It's pretty sick, bro.
He's got a core for it. It's like it's my first time. Like,
yeah, they knocked down our shit some. I think we ended up paying like $400 a piece or something like that.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But like I said, the whole time I felt like Bill should have paid it all because, like I said, bro, I'll tell you about this one. It's just funny telling these stories. We're getting it right. We're riding right out front of Shoppers on Kane Street, where that was at, and the bridge right there. I'm like, oh, bro, let's cut across the bridge. So when I bang the right, it's locked, dog. The bridge is locked, So we're just there, And next thing you know, Bill's like, pull out real quick. I'm like, all right. So as I'm coming backwards, I look over to the right. First car comes, a cop, bro. I'm like, oh my God, dog. My bike got reversed. Bill's don't. So he's got to push his all the way out and turn it around. You know what I mean? I just put my shit in reverse and banged away. And I'm gone down Kane, And he's still back there trying to get his shit in reverse. Guy pulled right up in front of him. Stopped him and held. I just looked back at him. He's like, I was like, damn, bro. I guess I'm going to take this L with you, I just came back for it, bro. Trying to be a good friend.
Yeah.
Everybody was always like, you should have just took off, you know. They're like, you ain't get caught, you know.
What Bill said, he was like, you just kept going.
No, Bill was like good looking. You know what I mean? He was like good looking. He was like
it.
good looking. I appreciate you calling me back. You know what I mean? He paid most of the fines too. I think I gave him like 100, 200, something like that. Like, he paid for most. I got the bikes out.
So just not. Yeah. Oh, you got them out.
You got the bikes back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
they impound them. You got to buy them back out.
That's another like $250.
Yeah. You got to buy them back out.
Yeah, you got to buy them back out. It's like $1,000 in total. So you don't want to get caught, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like, don't want to get caught.
So you got this bike for a good deal, but now you've paid for this bike twice over.
Exactly. You got to sell your bike to pay for your fine.
But first you got to go get it out.
But driving on that street's fun as shit. You also got to be a pretty good driver on that street too, though, you know, because man, that's where people get hurt at.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
You got to get out there in the woods first, you know, and get your bearings under you. I would love for a couple of us to have a 4-wheeler.
Well, I mean, like whenever I thought about it, like I remember when I was like. I mean, at the time, I think I was like 16 or 17. I just had my first job. I remember I saved up. I think I had about $1,200. I had a bike lined up. I was about to buy. I was looking for someone.
CRF.
Yeah, I think it was like
I remember that.
I think it was like a 110 or something stupid like that. Just a little thing, you know. I'm just like, it might have been just 100. I don't fucking know, man. I just know it was like someone wanted like 900 for it. I remember talking to you. I was like, is this a good price for it, man? He was like, yeah, it's a great price, man. He's like, I remember you talking to me about it. I was like, I want to bang the home for you. We talking about it, you know? It's like, I was like, bro, it's all the way up like Parkville, man. It was like a 4-mile journey. He was just banging this bike home. Like, I don't know.
Bro, I'm ashamed to say those stories, but I told you I stole a bike twice.
Yeah.
The one time I stole a bike, it was in vengeance, right? Because they stole our bike.
Yeah.
We got it back.
Yeah.
Well, the same guy, after I stole a bike with him, he, you know, we're now bike thieves, you know, to him, you know. So he hits me up and he's like, bro, I got a nice ass PW down here, you know, the PW 80. He's like, I can easily get it right next to my girl's crib. He's like, they don't tie it up or nothing. I'm like, so what do you know? What are you calling me for? PW 80, grab it by yourself. And he's like, I just need you to bang it back. I'm like, where's it at? It's a Pigtown. You know, so I'm like, fuck, bro. So of course my dumbass goes all the way down there. He steals his dad's truck. You know what I mean? He's only like 17. I'm like 7. I'm like 16, 17. He steals his dad's truck. We drive all the way down to Pigtown. We go in there. We steal this PW 80. I'm banging it back all the way while he's following me in the truck, though. We drive all the way up to Eastwood. We pick up Foley. We drive to Colgate. We just bang around the hills for like 2 hours. It's like so crazy, bro. Like, I was on this bike for like 35 minutes, yo, just driving. Like, I didn't even know where I was going. I was just following him, hoping he knew.
Right, it was like you never.
I didn't know how to get home, bro.
You know, you never been there. Exactly.
We went through the tunnel. You know what I mean?
Go on the bike.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no.
Oh, it's like
I'm saying to get
95.
there. I'm saying to get there, we took 95. You know what I mean? Like I never went through the tunnel. You know.
But all the way back, you're just like banging through the city now.
Banging through the city. I'm the how I got
You went through downtown.
Yeah, that's before I worked at Capitol or anything.
You went through downtown banging the bike, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Just trying to stay on the outskirts, like trying to stay in alleys and shit. You know, get in. This ain't a fast bike, so I'm not.
80.
Yeah, a little 80 exactly. At PW, that's like the slowest 80 you can get, bro. It's just so slow, but it was just. That's one that didn't make me happy.
You really exactly because what was the point of taking that? You know,
well, we made some cash. You know, we just grabbed it, sold it. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
just split the cash. But the first one was one I felt good about. You know.
Yeah,
it was vengeance.
Yeah, it was vengeance.
Yeah, but the
plus,
second
it came up pretty nicely.
Like, that shit.
You came up pretty nicely on that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. But I'm stealing like. I was stealing YZ 250s. Now I'm stealing a PW 80. Like, who am I? Some small time criminal.
We stole one.
It's not even worth it.
You stole one YZ 250. Is that one from YZ 250s to this?
Well, I'm a seasoned lick. I do know. Also got a 50 with that YZ. Okay.
What the fuck, man? I mean, that is crazy, bro. You know, like,
yeah, bro. You just think about how dumb you were as a kid. Like, if someone said to do that now, I'm like, for $200, no. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna pay $200. I'm gonna pay more than $200 if I get caught.
Would you do the YZ 250 now?
Oh, every time. If anybody takes from my boys,
for the same outcome.
Anything. I could have got nothing out of that bike. That bike could have blew up. It could have not even ran. I just wanted to get away from them.
Yeah,
I didn't want them to ever have it. You know, you thought you had this, and it's fine. You know.
Is there at any point you ever take that bike without that type of vengeance thing behind it? Someone just hits you, they're like, "YZ 250, Joker Plastics, let's steal it." Like,
it was pretty badass, but at the time, these guys were intimidating. They actually were like, you know, the gangsters of the neighborhood. So no, I would not have fucked with it. This was like right behind their trap apartment complex, you know.
It's cool you got away with it though.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, you know.
How long until like you felt like safe again to where like, oh, they're not coming back for me? Like,
Well, that was a sketchy thing because I'm like, I gotta put this thing on Craigslist. You know what I mean? Like, how else am I gonna sell it?
Exactly.
You know? Nobody that I know wants to touch this because there are all people around here that live here.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to touch a hot bike.
Well, I mean, like, even after like a week after you did, you must have been like.
Well, that was the problem at first because like people were lowballing me, you know, like I know what this bike is worth, but I've got no title.
How long did it take?
It took like 6 days, you know, for me to sell it, but I wanted to sell it in like 2. You know what I mean?
How long until like you felt good like after like selling it, where you were just
well, after that, I also had a shotgun.
I'm sure you're also
so I felt a little different. Got any more bikes?
You want Robin here?
I felt different. So that like after a week after that, I felt like shit cooled down. I sold the shotgun, you know. I felt good. Nothing ever happened. Got away with it. Fuck them, you know.
Exactly. And it worked out for you.
Got them even. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you use that 800 for?
I told you. This is my first time. I told you a story before. I had 500 cash. And I sold the shotgun for 300.
That's right. I got you. Yeah.
But my cousin didn't have 300. He only had 280. So then he gave me a Molly pill. And that was the first Molly I ever had.
Oh, that's right.
I went to OC that weekend. I spent all my money in 2 days on like a Molly pill, bro. I was swimming, at like 1 a.m., bro, and like right there in the ocean by myself, bro. Like on the Fear Factor shit. Like I was so fucked up. I'm just alone. I just was alone.
Molly.
And I was going Molly for the first time, bro. So like
in my head, with 500
I was like, go swimming. I was like, you're scared to go swimming. Like I'm in my own head, Oh, you're scared. I'm like, go out there. So then eventually like, I took my own stuff to go out there, bro. And like I remember like I had like a bunch of shit in my pocket, like tokens and shit, like quarters from the arcade that I just forgot about, all just washed away. I was sitting out there, like
more arcade games.
Yeah. The next day I woke up, I was like, what are you doing? What were you doing?
Like, what a 24 hours.
Yeah, I was just like, I was just out there just enjoying. Like
I shotgun for 280 on Molly pill.
By myself for like 2 hours, just chilling there, bro. Blew some blunts down, like
good time.
Like, yeah, man, I just had a good time. Blew a bunch of money. Like, there's a bunch of money on that before I could even buy alcohol and shit. I was buying alcohol, but like I couldn't go to a bar or nothing.
Yeah,
you know I mean, I bought like a bunch of like a fifth of Ciroc. You know, I had to
play a lot of arcade games.
Yeah, I played a lot of arcade games. You know what I mean? I was pretty much just hoping to go around. Maybe I'd run into a group of people, you know, that was like also out there. But I'm also on Molly, so everybody was sketchy to me, you know.
Exactly. You're just like,
I'm also happy right here.
You're great. Your teeth is on.
After a while, I remember just like, all right, I'm going to Carnival. Just get on some roller coasters and shit. That was all fun. But I'm also that guy that's on a roller coaster alone, you know.
Where you guys going?
I got like shades on, bro, and this pink shirt. I'm just like, who are you, dude?
Pink polo?
Thinking back on
pink polo?
Yeah, it was this pink button up that I had. It was like a different kind of long sleeve.
Oh,
yeah. And I'm like, who are you, bro? On Molly by yourself on a carnival ride in Ocean City. Like, you know what I mean? Drinking Malibu and orange juice out of your cup. Like,
your first Molly.
Yeah, so I just spent a bunch of money.
A revelation for you, a time for you, man.
I figured I should get rid of the cash, you know?
that was the plan.
I went all the way to OC. I spent all the cash. I had no money trail.
Plus, you were laying low.
Yeah,
you were laying low at Ocean City.
I laid low.
You stole our bikes. I was in Ocean City.
See, how can I move a bike? That's how it was, man. I remember a lot of people. I love how like a lot of people on Craigslist are always put got title, and then when you get there, they're like, I don't got a title. What can you do me? Always, you're just like. Not even half. You know what I mean? What was it? $1,400 or anything? Like, I guess.
Take it.
Seriously, that really is how it is.
I just want to move bikes, man. Just want to move them.
Sad game.
Just want to move it, man. I'm sure it's just stolen bikes, revolution, revolving.
It's all profit.
I remember like when I was looking for my bike, I remember like there was an ad where it was like, yeah, I came to sell my bike, 200cc, and he gave me the cash, and I let him do the turn the drive around. And what like a stack of like 20s rolled up, it was like $100 bill or something, or like 20, and then the rest was just ones. It was like $300 in the end, and the dude just drove off with his bike, like a $2,000 bike. It was like just drove off. It was an ad about it. He was just like, yeah, I'm looking for the bike now. Cash reward. Like you can tell it was someone from the county who just had a bunch of bikes, or like who had money. They're just trying to throw money around. Just like trying to get his bike back.
Obviously, I've seen some crazy shit on there. Like one time, I seen somebody had a dolly truck with a car on the back that someone stole. They stole the dolly truck in the car on the back of the dolly. It was like an old school, like remodeled, like
expensive ass car. You know what I mean?
And they're selling both.
Yeah, and they probably sold it for like 20 grand. You know what I mean? Like there's a dolly truck, automatic like wrench and shit. And there's a fucking $50,000, Camaro 83 or some shit for 20 grand.
That's a great come up, bro. All free. All for free, man.
Just completely asinine. Like,
oh my god, but this makes you laugh, man.
it was so funny the other day. You want to hear something real funny? Grant, bro. Grant's on. He goes on Facebook the other day. I've seen this. I'm sorry, Grant. I had to geek at you. He goes on there and he's selling a Nintendo Switch, right?
Yeah.
But it's a Nintendo Switch Lite, right? And I'm guessing, I don't know if he was trying to burn people, Grant, or I just think he didn't know it was a Lite, which I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
So regular Switches are going for like 280, 300.
Yeah.
So he puts it on there for 280, and everybody else is on there like, I bought this for 200. I bought this for 200. I bought this for 210. I bought this for 180. And it's a light, you know what I mean? Because the Nintendo Switch lights are going for like 180.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Why are you overpricing people? Why are you overcharging people?"
It's sold out everywhere.
And that's what he was saying. Like, it's sold out. I'm like, I don't know. I like the hustle, but I didn't know if he just was trying to burn people or if people caught on to him.
Well, I mean, like, it's also smaller, I believe, but I mean, like, I would sell mine, and I have like the regular one, the gray car. I'll sell mine for 280, or like 250 or something.
Right, and you got the bigger one.
I got the regular one, exactly.
Right.
The whole dock and shit. So I mean, like, yeah, no. I mean, like I said, every now it's sold out.
That's crazy.
It's already sold more, I believe, than the Xbox One.
I think it's
the Xbox One X.
It was like the number one in like a 12-month period or something.
PS2 is like the highest all time. A lot of PlayStations are really high up there.
I would buy a PS2 right now.
The PlayStation actually like has like double the sales the One X has, I believe. Like
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, something like that. Like
PlayStation was around before too.
I was actually surprised at how low Xbox One's numbers actually were compared to
yeah,
their
I think
equivalent.
Sony's way bigger.
It's like half of like PlayStation's sales.
So a large market.
Yeah, large gap, bro. But the Switch, since that's released, it's like sold more than the one, and like,
dog, I legit feel like I would pay $100 right now for a PlayStation 2 if you told me all games I could purchase, like any games are available. I'd pay $100.
Like a GameCube,
Scarface,
a GameCube you find for like 75 or something.
Fight Nights,
yeah, so
what?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
That shit would be hard, bro.
I think you could find them.
That's probably the only one I would buy like that. I guess you could make the argument for a 64.
I would probably buy a GameCube. 64, I wouldn't because like
GameCube. What do they really got?
I can get all the 64 games on the computer for like free. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but the nostalgia of that controller. It's something about that controller.
I feel you on that, but like
no, don't say. But like that controller is like one of a kind. You
people would charge good premiums for 64s nowadays, though, especially good condition ones.
Bro, I'm gonna show you
high
something
commodity.
This, dog.
High commodity.
A stash that Kay has, bro.
I bet 64 stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
dog,
you got
she's
here.
Loaded.
Yeah,
she's
here.
Loaded, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, dog. I had no idea. We're trying to get the console. Her aunt's looking for it at her house now, but we got the games the other day.
Oh, that's really sick, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
bro. Yo, she got like 40 fucking games, yo, like classic games. Yo. I'm sitting there looking at them like, you might have a little fortune here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she's got some games. I know, like, Donkey Kong isn't expensive.
Well, a lot of them will still go for like $15-20 a piece.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
But I want to play them.
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah. I remember I was geeking because there was one time when I was hanging out with Elliot. I went over his crib and he pulled out his 64. And we're playing like Star Fox. We're playing like Turok and shit. We're just like, whoa. Like, we're just high as fuck. We're like 18. Just like, oh, shit.
64.
Yeah, this is so cool. We got over it pretty quickly.
Like, how many games were even made for Dreamcast? You know what I mean?
Not a lot.
Did they make 50 games?
That failed pretty hard, yeah.
I remember playing one. I played Tomb Raider on it. I liked it.
I had one, yeah.
It was kind of like Xbox.
I have played Rayman on it.
Like Xbox One.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really early on. Yeah, but I mean, it just didn't take off, man. The Sega one just didn't. No, it didn't go anywhere.
Looking at that, I always like looking at them. Like, why did they fail?
I remember me playing like the PS1, and I'm playing like the ATV game. I'm playing like the ATV racing games and shit.
You could do stunts.
Yeah, that and like you're racing through like the snow mountain and stuff. I'm just like, oh, I love that shit, man.
Remember the snowmobile? Not snowmobile. The skiing, not the skiing, snowboarding one.
Yeah.
Remember when everybody would be lined up, bro?
Yeah.
You would go down that steep ass.
There's probably some videos that have like nostalgia, like
dog
game, like
Die Hard. That was shit.
The old fucking What am I thinking of? I remember playing the Pokemon Stadiums too. Those were also the shit, man.
Oh, Pokemon, all of them. Even Pokemon Snapchat, bro. I'll
Yeah,
still go out there and take some pictures if I get a fucking.
Yeah,
I'll
that
take some
was good.
pictures
That
right
was
there.
good, man.
I'll
That
try
was
it out,
good,
see if
man.
I like it.
Oh god, man.
So much fun, bro.
Just the
I
nostalgia.
never had the 64, so I always liked going over people's houses and playing that.
I had one, but I didn't have many games. You know, like I remember I had Mortal Kombat, and I remember having like Legend of Zelda and stuff. Pokemon Stadium.
It's
That's about
like,
it.
I almost forgive everything with my mom. It's like I don't even care about everything that happened. Thank you for giving me a PS1. Thank you for getting me a PS2. Like, that was very important to me.
PS2 was big, man. I played
PS1, bro.
Into like the PS2. And I had PS2, and then like like PS2, like that's what I miss about the old days. Like there were so many games, man. So many more.
But they also were a lot lower quality.
But I mean, I'm thinking like, there's one game like you're playing SOCOM, then you turn around, you got Madden.
SOCOM.
You turn around, then you also have like MLB Slugfest, where like you're fighting on MLB mounds and shit.
Getting Madden 2006, the one with Vic on the front, bro, and you get to play that again.
The last one I played was like the one with Ray Lewis on the front, the 2005 one.
Was that 5?
I think it was either 5 or 6.
We played one way after that. Remember? Me and you played the one that was like 2012.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the last time, like on like back then, like
I
didn't play any until like Madden 12 or something like that.
Michael Vick one, bro. I was just thinking about it the other day. It's funny as shit. I remember the tight end. It was the running back was Ward Dunn. The tight end was Algie Crumpler. That's so weird that I remember that. But it's like I was like,
I mean, I had a similar thing where like when I would play those Madden games, like there was always a player like I would find. I would be like, I would just remember his name like all the time. It's like, and it's like I can't remember the ones I had. I remember in it was in Street. There was one guy on a particular team. I forgot. His name just always stuck in me. I forgot what team he was on though.
I always loved that's like one of the greatest one-liners of all time. He just looks at me. He's like, and that's why people won't remember your name. And he puts the helmet on. Dog. It's like,
where'd that come from?
Well, like they were about to, do this mass battle basically, and they're telling the Greeks, you're not going to win this. We can't storm not Sparta's.
What game though? Wall. What game are you talking about?
I'm talking about Achilles.
Talking about real life.
About
yeah,
Troy.
but where'd it come from though?
This one liner.
Like no setup.
One liner banger, dog.
Just came. I know you're just like, oh, this is the hardest one liner ever. I'm just like, I'm so confused. It's like,
well, I was going through a lot of things in my head to get to that point, but I just wasn't thinking about the one liner. Where it's just like,
I thought you were talking about games. I'm like, what game was this, bro? Like,
no, it's just a classic instance that I was remembering. I forget how I timed it in, but it was through games. Thinking about games. Then
that's
eventually got to that point. That's why they won't remember you. It just puts the helmet on. I'm like, savage, bro. That's what made me think about it, because you were talking about like remembering a specific name.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And I'm just saying, like, that's how they won't
that
remember
one stuck
you.
in your head.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, just put the helmet on. You go out there to war. You get on that field.
Yeah, exactly.
Like being like,
I was so confused for a split
even the easy people look at tackles and shit, but like what's really intimidating is being like a left tackle. And people are just about to come blow at you to try and rock your quarterback. And you're just like, he's trying to stop this dude. It's way easier being a dude coming at the person, right?
And they send like an extra man your way. And, like, you pick up the wrong man and you do get sacked. You're just like,
yeah. He gets blown away.
Fumble.
Or like, the worst one is when you get pushed back into your own guy. Like the
guy
yeah. And you blow all the way back into your own dude's legs, and he falls like this, and it's got his MCL
pancake, fucking reverse, just like inverse pancake. They fuck you up.
Yeah, that's got to be the scariest to me.
Oh, I think
because someone's coming to hit you every play.
Well, that or like someone hits you with like a nasty spin move off you, and like they're just coming around the outside, they need to spin inside and just get you. Just the fact that they're coming to hit you with that pressure, even on a spin move, they still pop you. Your fingers are probably fucked up.
Definitely catching the ball across the middle, right? In the NFL, you're catching like a 5-yard slant to the middle. It's like, oh, bro, you want to go down. I'll catch it, but I want to go down as I'm catching it.
Well, but like you're also looking at like you look at like a primetime linebacker or some shit. You're just like Ray Lewis is back there.
So I'm on you, bitch.
I know. It's like
you cut right up. Remember
Chad Johnson?
No, Mr. Johnson. From
Oh
he used to
yeah.
always say he ran over Ray Lewis in training camp.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
He said the Rams and the Ravens did a practice, and he ran over Ray Lewis.
That's why you're here. That's why you're
and
here.
shout out to Mr. Johnson. Keep your theories, and I hope you're still out there telling lies to yourself. Out there, man. I wish you would have made that NFL, so I could at least say I was trained by Jim. I would have told him I took classes. Oh yeah, we always did running back drills. I used to go to Oklahoma with
did I tell you he decked Ray Lewis in training camp? Yeah. The Rams and Ravens had a whole training camp. The Rams and Ravens had a whole training camp one time, and he ran him over. Like
no biggie. I know Johnson. You know, he's like really was like a third string practice squad guy.
Yeah, but like you just name drop it. Like,
thank you everybody for checking us out. I appreciate you. We're back. We'll keep trying to come through the quarantine. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe.
We'll come back with masks this time. We got you. Y'all have a good one. Like, share, and subscribe. Fuck his nuts.